even if I'm not the best singer in this group, I want it more than anyone here.
Is the name formed?
And the name is UFO at the time.
UFO, and then the name changed, UFO, JLS.
Simon was like, there's already a band called UFO, so you got 24 hours to change your name. We came up with this idea that he'd become a medical scientist and I'll become a musician, and together we'd raise money and find a cure for our mum.
Do you believe it's going to happen?
We believe it's going to happen until Alexandra steps out with Beyoncé.
Who were the judges?
It was Simon Cowell, Louis Walsh, Cheryl Cole, Danny Minogue.
I want to talk about your solo stuff because a lot of people don't know you got a song with Pusha T.
I was studying bands from The Temptations to Boyz II Men to NSYNC to BK to Backstreet. Every band that you could think of in history.
Is that Beat Again?
Yeah, Beat Again.
Okay, that's a madness.
Yeah, it goes #1. When no one believed in the band, everyone said, Oritsé, this would never work. Finally, it was almost that validation of, don't let anybody dampen your vision.
It's no longer. We are splitting up. What happened?
But they said to me, an all-black group will never work. I said, what are you talking about? No. I definitely saw myself being in the group a lot longer. I saw KSI at Wembley. You fought everybody, but you ain't fought me.
Okay, you want to fight KSI?
Being Oritsé, there's a lot of things that people don't know about me. I lived in the Caribbean. I lived in Nigeria. The first time I experienced meetings in school was when I was going to school in the Caribbean as a youth.
JLS reforms. What happened with that?
We can do it, enjoy it, but still do our individual kind of passions.
Yeah.
Yes, well going, my people. What are you saying? Right about now, we're live on the Shizzio show. This is your boy Oritsé Williams, pulled up. We're gonna get into it. Come on now. Respect, bless. One.
Like a ninja from under you creep, but the beat, the bop, the boo. I'm the captain, it's the mark, but the beat, the bop. Doing up Cambridge, doing up Oxford, M-Way, doing up Uxbridge, MC Hammer with the jewels, can't touch this. All the bad beats in the pop.
This bomber clap tune, rude boy.
Okay, we are back, another episode. Love to everybody as per usual, subscribing, we're climbing, people are following, the Pied Piper is doing his thing, baby, and I'm turning around and the followers are amassing and we love to see it. But forget all of that, real special guest in the building. I'm talking pop star icon, baby. I love to see it. Bro, the CV's too healthy, bro. Platinum award-winning, multi-million selling, Mobo award-winning, Brit award-winning, top 5, number 1, like number 1. I can't handle it, but 1/4 of JLS, Oritsé Williams.
Come on now, my broski, what going?
Is in the building.
What are you saying?
Bro.
Been a minute.
It's been a minute.
You've been killing it, man.
Bro, I'm trying my best. I learned from you, bro. I learned from you.
Keep quiet, man.
How are you, firstly? It's raining like a mother out there, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm beautiful, man. I'm blessed, you know. It's got a 16-month baby boy, stunning,
Beautiful.
do you know what I mean? Amazing wife, enjoying family life, and at the same time creating, writing songs and stuff, so it's dope.
Spoken like a man who's made it in life, you get me? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like. Success, this is what it looks like, this is what it smells like. Are we shouting out Johnson in the back, bro?
Of course.
Make
Johnson,
some noise, Johnson is in the back, but I don't nod no, bro, you get me? Thank you, bro, you've been very vocal, I appreciate it. If you want to weigh in, please weigh in. It's not that serious, you go and saying, brother. So yeah, all good. Oritsé, just a massive success, huge barrage CV, obviously JLS, etc., etc. There's other facets to the diamond I'm going to try and uncover, but we like to take it way back, bro. Born and bred. Let's tell the people the story, bro.
Yeah, man. Born and bred, West London.
West.
Shepherd Bush.
See, I thought you were South.
No, I live in South now. After.
How can you do that, bro? How can you make that money and go South, bro?
Nah, you know what it is. It's just that I start to have a lot of friends around South.
Okay.
There seem to be, you know, for the property side of things, you seem to be getting more for your money.
Okay.
So
I don't think money is an issue for you, brother.
Listen, all of us are building, man. You know what I'm saying? All of us are
respect
building, and
it.
you know, you got families, and do you know what I mean? And you're looking after your loved ones. Then you know, you got a lot of responsibilities. But I'm blessed, man, and both myself and my wife work. So
Yeah.
you know, it's definitely a mutual. Do you know what I mean? Partnership.
We'd love to see it.
And yeah, man, I'm just.
But break down Shepherd's Bush growing up, for people that don't know.
West London. Okay, what was it like to grow up in Shepherd's Bush, West London?
And I'm guessing there's no Westfield there at those times.
No, definitely no Westfields.
Right, exactly.
No, definitely no Westfields. It was, Shepherd's Bush was mad. Like, you know, I managed, I was very blessed. You know, I grew up in a very loving family, a very loving household, very kind of simple life. Going to Shepherd's Bush Market, I used to follow my grandma around. I was known as Miss Evelyn's grandson.
Right.
So, you know, I used to go around errands. They'd always see me, you know, carrying my grandma's, you know, shopping trolley.
We love that.
Going to get yam and dumplings, you know what I mean? And flour for the dumpling and plantain and dasheen and all kinds of saltfish, hardo bread, all kinds of things, you know what I'm saying? So that was it, man. That was my life back then, just kind of going to school. I was a very, how can I say? I was just a chill, I was a calm kid, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't about any street life or anything like that. I was just the kid. Everyone knew me as the kid that sings.
Right.
So there was a lot of rappers, obviously, around at that time. People were jumping on the mic doing MCing, rapping. I tried my hand in MCing, but it was atrocious. Don't even.
Hey, you gotta try, bro. You gotta try.
Let's not even go there. Yeah,
No.
let's not even go there.
You see that street life thing, is it kind of apparent to you that it's out there kind of thing? Like, have you made a conscious choice, this is not what I'm going to be doing?
Yeah, I mean,
there
it was
peer
all around
pressure?
me.
Right.
It was all around me. Don't get me wrong. It was all around me. But I feel like I was very, with the kind of parents and the grandmother and the family that I had, they always instilled in me that you've got to walk your own independent path,
Right.
and you shouldn't follow the crowd. Like, you need to be a leader. Do you know what I'm saying? So that was very much bestowed upon me. So I still mix with everybody, no matter where they were from. I was always a kid as well that parents wanted their kids to hang around to stay out of trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I had a brethren that, you know, used to smoke and sometimes do a madness and rap, but I was trying to get him to, like, I used to write songs for us, and we used to just sit on the bench and I say, all right, you do the rap part, I'll do the singing part, and then one day, you know, we're gonna, do you know what I mean? We're gonna make it, da-da-da-da-da. So I was always that kid, do you know what I mean? Trying to get everyone into the kind of positive side of stuff, do you know what I'm saying?
But there's no peer kind of pressure from your peers or your friends to be going out and doing those type of things?
Not for me, because I just felt like I wanted to do what I wanted to do. There was obviously a lot of stereotypes back then, like, especially for like young black, you know, if you're young and black, oh, you must smoke or you must do this or you must do a badness. And I felt like I was always just fighting against that stereotype. So I never smoked, never done anything really, like, do you know what I'm saying? I was about my music, looking after my family, being there for my family, and that was it. That was and being a good big brother to my younger siblings.
Are like you the oldest? How many are there?
I'm the eldest of my mum's children.
Right.
So there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
And in total, there's quite a few of us. But
how many in total, bro?
Yeah, there's quite a few of us.
Okay. Is there a pressure to be the big brother and protect and kind of naturally, I suppose?
Naturally, it was always that way, like, especially when you're growing up in a kind of, you know, African Caribbean community, very much the senior child is seen as the one that needs to protect everybody else. So, you know, I definitely had that with my siblings and also my house, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was unfortunately, my grandmother eventually got sick and passed away. My mother got sick as well with multiple sclerosis, and I very much stepped up as, I guess, the main carer in my household. My brother and my sister also had young caring jobs, but I wanted to make sure that they still had elements of their childhood, so that they weren't stripped of, you know, their complete childhood. They can actually go out and still enjoy themselves, play outside, and whilst I just shouldered a lot of the responsibility, you know what I'm saying?
How old are you when you become a carer?
12. I was 12 years old. Yeah, I was 12 years old.
I don't want to get too kind of personal, but what does that entail, being a carer? Like,
being a carer, I mean, you have to look after your loved ones' needs as they, I guess, get more. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so, for example, it was tough. Like, I saw my mum. It was a very strange, tough transition, to be honest with you. Like, when I'm thinking about it, as I'm thinking about it, you know, in real time. I saw our mum go from completely healthy, just taking us to school, you know, getting on the bus with us, sometimes running down the road with us, to not even being able to literally walk 5 steps, do you know what I mean, without struggle or without needing aid. So it just meant us doing the chores, which seems quite normal, especially in ethnic communities, like I'm sure like the Asian community as well, where, you're at home, you're doing the chores,
right.
you know what I mean, looking after loved ones. So it was like quite normal in our community, to be honest with you. It was only like later on that people were like identified me as a young carer. But at the time I just saw myself as a kid that was looking after for the family. And it obviously entailed washing, cleaning, cooking, getting the gas and electric, and sometimes, obviously, it was intimate care, as well as administering medication. So, we had to, do big adult kind of responsibilities, do you know what I mean, as very young children, like injections of medication and, and administering all of that. So, and as I said, personal care. And then sometimes if, unfortunately, mum had an MS attack, and sometimes it was quite tough, like she'd black out, and that happened to us whilst we were on the street a few times, and people are just looking at us crazy, like not helping. And I remember my mum, was on the floor, like literally, I'll never forget, I think it was on Goldhawk Road in Shepherd Bush, by the bus stop. She had an MS attack and she was on the floor, and I was just shouting for help. Nobody would help. And then some taxi driver eventually stopped, came out and said, what's happening, young man? I said, my mum's not well. And he helped get my mum into the car and to the ambulance, and to the hospital. So, yeah, growing up in Shepherd Bush was a very interesting time. And then I managed to get into a good school called Cardinal Vaughan, which was like a kind of prestigious school in the area.
Yeah.
But then you got a target on your back with that school tie, because obviously everybody knows, they're the kids, the posh kids, if you want to call it, or the good kids.
Let me park the school a minute. Let me just talk about your mum for a minute. How kind of old are you when she has that attack?
I'm like 12, 13.
So you've got to grow up mentally.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah.
And do you notice that you have to do that, or is it a case of sink or swim? This is my mum, I have to do this.
Sink or swim, it's survive. Like, it's my mum. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do anything.
Yeah.
But obviously, it made me a lot more defensive. Do you know what I mean? I never really kind of managed to, I guess, really deal with my emotions with what was going on during that time. And if anybody cussed my mum or, was disrespectful of my mum, do you know what I mean? I was ready to stand up, do you know what I mean?
Of course.
For her.
Yeah.
At any given moment. Like, no, there's no ramping. Like, my mum essentially is my Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So she's my strength, but at the same time, it's the Achilles heel in terms of, if anybody kind of took jabs, or, back then people are stupid, innit? Kids
100%.
will be like, your mum this, your mum that, your mum, you know what I mean?
They don't realise the severity of,
The severity, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I've met your mum numerous times, lovely lady.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? So does your schooling suffer then? Because you essentially, this is your priority, right? Looking after mum is priority.
My schooling massively suffered.
Right.
I couldn't get homework in time. I was tired in school. I was falling asleep in class. And the more that those things were happening, the more I was getting marked as an unruly child.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, there was no consideration for what really was going on. There was one teacher, my English teacher, Miss O'Connell, I shout her out till today. She was the one who kind of took me aside and said, what's going on? And actually took the time to understand what has been going on at home.
Right.
And gave me a little bit of grace, and just said, okay, I understand. Let's try and help you and support you. But other than that, there wasn't any support. It literally was being labelled as being a bad kid. And when you're labelled as a bad kid in a school, it's a horrible thing. And it made me feel, very isolated.
Right.
I think I was emotionally affected more than I actually realised by that. And I felt like no one cares. Right. Essentially.
We're on the subject, so let's just stick on it for a minute. You've done a lot to vocalise about young carers. I've seen your documentaries, and you really want to push this agenda. How is that journey for you? Awareness creating and kind of hopefully making a change or bringing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've been screaming and shouting about more support for young carers.
Yeah.
Since I had the opportunity to have a platform and be able to voice those issues. And there's just not enough support out there for young carers. There's over 1 million young carers in our country that are hidden, unidentified, and get very minimal support. And the thing is, for me, it's like I've tried to do my best to work with young carers charities. There's so many great young carers charities out there, but the young carers themselves don't always have easy access to those charities.
Right.
And so I think information needs to be more out there, more readily available. I became the Young Carers Ambassador for the Commonwealth a couple of years ago, and I addressed the Commonwealth ministers when they came over to the UK at Marlborough House and St James Palace, and I voiced that there needs to be more support for young carers. And what I specifically said was, too often it's adults talking to adults about what young carers need, and not enough young carers talking to adults and adults listening for what young carers need.
Yeah.
Because how do you know what young carers need if you're not talking to young carers and just talking amongst yourself? You don't know. Do you know what I mean?
What are the type of things that are needed?
I mean, there's many things that I've thought about over the years. I've thought about if they could have, for example, young carer privileges, whereby if a young carer is at home and aren't able to go outside of the house because they have to look after their loved one to get certain shopping and certain deliveries, is there a fast track system, even through some of these, I don't know, Deliveroo's, Uber Eats, any of these Just Eats, is there a fast track code that they can put in where they're made a priority and they can get groceries to their door immediately? Also respite care, that young carers don't get an opportunity to have respite. So what support can be put in place so that they can have respite? And obviously where I come in, where I would love to support, and I've tried to find ways of supporting, is on the creativity side. So what do young carers want to do? What do they want to achieve? Because what we have to understand is that for young carers, they still deserve to have a life, right?
Absolutely.
So they're looking after their loved ones, but that doesn't mean that their aspirations should just die. Do you know what I mean? Or that they should just give up on anything that they want to do in life. No, let's look at what they're doing. Through their caring responsibilities, they accumulate incredible, phenomenal, extraordinary character traits that actually this world should value.
Yeah, for real.
Right? So for me, it's like, I just want to be there to say, okay, cool. What would you want to just have an outlet to express yourself through creativity? It could be through poetry, songwriting, music, singing, dancing, whatever. Obviously, that's my space of music and entertainment and creativity, and I know what that does for me and what that continues to do for me. Yeah. It's an incredible emotional outlet, and so I want to be there to encourage young carers to do that. I also want to, I always have this vision one day that, that we get literally we have the community of young carers stand up. We march into Parliament. We stand up in Parliament and young carers vocalise what it is they specifically need to be supported. Because at the end of the day, it's the government that have the tools to be able to put in place certain legislations that are able to basically change these young carers and their families' lives for the better. Yeah. Right? So that's my vision.
Well, I want you to keep fighting, brother. We're here, you know what I mean? And I've seen your fight. I just wanted to give you your flowers for your fight, brother. You know what I mean? So it's lovely. Let's go back to school. So you're studying, you're looking after mum. Did you know what you wanted to be when you was a young kid?
So when I was 12 years old, I think actually I was 13, myself and my younger brother, Temi, we came up with this idea that he'd become a medical scientist and I'd become a musician, and together we'd raise money and find a cure for our mum.
Look at that.
That was our dream. My brother actually graduated in biomedical science, and I became a musician.
We love that.
But, that fairy tale, I dream as a child, that childlike dreaming. When you become an adult, you realize it's just not as simple as that.
But where did that dream come from? It's very specific, isn't it? I'm going to be that and you're going to be the scientist. Is that just what you guys were interested in?
So where music was born, for me and for us, actually, was in our household. So music was a way for us to bring joy into our family whilst we were dealing with the family plight that we had. So it just passed the time. Whilst we were doing chores, we'd be singing and harmonizing together and just having fun. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So we took our care and responsibility seriously, but we had fun with it by just playing music. In our house, you had everything from Bob Marley, Stevie Wonder, reggae, Motown. Obviously, you have Afro beats now, but back then it wasn't Afro beats. Yeah. It was like African-inspired music. Yeah. Gospel, soul, funk. So we had all of this eclectic music just in our house, and we just used to sing and just have fun. And music was just that. It wasn't anything serious, but I don't know, for some reason, it was like a vision. I don't know if it was God or destiny or the universe, but something was just calling me, saying that I feel like music's gonna be the route.
Okay, you make that call. Is this where you go to your private, that good school that you're talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't private school, it was a good school.
Right.
But
was it grammar school?
No, it was just a very, very...
How did you get in? Is that an exam to get in, or you just got lucky?
No, you have to exam an interview.
Okay.
But I told in my interview, I never forget, I told the headmaster I want to be a computer scientist. Right. He said, yeah, tick.
Straight away, you know, man had the cheat code, bro. Hey, listen, I don't want to be a singer, you know.
But even though I'm terrible at computers, Johnson will tell you I'm horrendous. So
listen, he's there anyway, bro. Don't worry about it. He's handling business. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you go to that school and you say that there's now a target on your back.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the grammar school. Is that where the nerds are?
That's where the nerds are. Yeah.
Right.
So our school was like kind of seen as nerdy.
Right.
But you had a few man them that slipped through.
Yeah,
so,
come on.
So I had some of my boys. Do you know what I'm saying? That. We were in a little collective and we just held it down.
When you got a target on your back, what does that mean? Traveling to and from school?
Yeah, to and from school was a madness.
So what type of things are happening?
To and from school was a madness. You're getting, do you know what I mean? You're getting draped up on road. Do you know what I'm saying? People are trying, they're trying it. They're trying to say, oh yeah, you're from that, so-and-so school. What are you saying? Like, and they'll just be like, what are you saying? And a few times, we got into some techie situations that we had to just.
Why didn't you just hide the tie, bruv? Old school thing, innit?
Do you know what it is? This is the issue we had. So the school said, if they see any student outside of school without their school uniform properly done, right? And remember, we had block bags as well with the school logo and everything, right? They were like, if we see any of that, straight away detention. Immediately.
School's on a set-up thing, bro.
Proper.
So some of my school's trying to set man up, bro.
Saying. So some of my boys were trying to say, listen, you don't understand where I'm coming.
It's like the Warriors, man. I got to go
Trust
through.
me.
You get what I'm saying?
And I was in Shepherd Bush. The school was not far from Shepherd Bush, but I felt sorry for some of my brothers that were in Harlesden, in Willesden. You know when you're taking that 220 bus, I think it was 220 bus or one of them buses. When you're going down, you know what I mean, deep west like that. Northwest, it's more and more peak at that time. So I felt sorry for some of my guys because they were trying to explain to teachers, miss, you're trying, like, you have to understand what it is that we're dealing with.
And they're not getting it.
They're not getting it. So they used to hide like Nike jackets and stuff to hide their school uniform when they were heading NW. But yeah, I had a few, situations. It is what it is. We deal with it and that's just what it is.
Come on. All right. So in school, you want to be a singer. Yeah. Is this where you take it more kind of serious?
Yeah. So I'm singing in school. But I was kind of seen a little bit like I was a bit of a sneaky kid because...
What does that mean?
Basically... Like, the boys were into playing football.
Right.
The girls were more doing the singing thing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So I was like the only guy.
That's a good look, fam.
But that was before, like obviously before Carnarvon, because Carnarvon was a boys' school. But before that, and then in Carnarvon, like I was singing. Right. But again, I was like one of the only singers.
Right.
So people were just like, right, like that's that singing brother. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're learning your stripes, and this is where so you don't take lessons per se, but you're taught in school.
I'm not taking lessons. Our school was a very classical school.
Right.
So they only really knew about classical music, but I used to ad-lib and do like kind of R&B kind of ad-libs, runs and that. When they were in assembly and stuff, and the teacher used to look at like, is that Oritsé again? Right. Going off script. Right. And I was like, yeah, man, that's just, everyone just used to look at me and just, they used to be laughing because they knew the teacher's reactions.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're doing that, and then are you kind of studying as well with lessons or like other lessons?
Yeah. I'm trying to study. I'm trying to study. I'm trying to do the best I can, but I'm just distracted by music. like in my exams, in school, like I'm writing songs all the time.
Oh, you're writing from young?
I'm writing from young, man.
What, full-blown songs?
Songs, poetry, spoken word.
Right.
I was like my dream, like my artist that I love the most is Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
So she's like my hero.
Right.
So I used to follow like, I was very much into the neo soul vibe. So I was listening to like Lauryn Hill, Bilal, Erykah Badu, anything Jay Dilla produced at that time, D'Angelo, very much Jill Scott, like India Irie.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Why do people say Lauryn Hill's the best rapper of all time, female rapper?
Oh my gosh.
No,
She has to be.
I have to disagree with that.
Nah, bro.
She hasn't done enough music,
it's Arms House, you know.
I know it's Arms House. No, she can sing bad. She's got one album and the Fugees.
Broski.
Lauren, people are going to hate me for this.
Broski. Lauren just needs one album.
No,
that's all she needs.
Oh, she's cold. Don't get me wrong, but when you look at like Lil' Kim or like these rappers or like Queen Latifah or like people that put in Nicki Minaj, when there's albums and volumes of work, and I think, yeah, like Lauren's cold, but like the miseducation, she's not rapping a lot in that, is she? Really?
Broski, you know what it is? Okay, I'll tell you what it is with Lauren, yeah? She's like more of a spoken word rapper.
But she's cold, I don't doubt it, but the best ever?
For
singing, I get it, like there's attackers in there.
She's the best all-rounder.
All right.
She's the best all-rounder.
I don't want to
like,
get into a
Broski,
beef.
come on, man.
No, she's very cold, the coldest. Jeez. But I'm just saying, when you say like, people say she's the best female rapper ever, and I just think like, her like discography doesn't show.
Who you feeling, Cardi B?
No, I don't rate Cardi. Like, obviously I'm from Kim, but when I look at the era, even Nicki really like, she's got albums. There's a big body of work. And when I look at Lauryn, I just think, you're rapping here and that in spurts, which is amazing. But is that enough to say the greatest ever?
Okay, all right. Well,
no.
Who do you think's about? What do you think about the female rappers UK though?
I'm not starting this beef.
Okay,
bro.
cool.
I'm not starting this beef.
I love a lot of the female rappers in the UK, and I don't feel like they get enough like that.
Leisha's the coldest for me.
You got Leisha, you got Lady Ice, you got Nole.
Oh, Nole's cold as well, yeah.
Vorendo.
Yeah.
You got Steph London.
Yes.
You got. I mean, the list goes on, man. Like Cristal, the list goes on.
No.
But for me, I don't feel like the British female
Lioness was cold.
Lioness.
Lioness.
I don't feel like the British female rappers get enough love and enough
I just think females in general don't get
like and singers as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just a liberty out here, man.
No, it's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
All right. So in school, you're learning. You want to be a singer. This is it.
Yeah,
okay, right.
I'm determined.
Studying, you're balancing, you're looking after mum, right? School finishes, I guess. You come out with grades.
Yeah, not the best for the school I went to.
Right.
Actually, I was in the attic 2 days ago, and I was looking through some of my stuff, and I saw my grades again. I was like, oh.
What did you get, bruv?
Majority, I think. So I got majority B's and C's.
Yeah.
And I got 1A in English literature. Yeah.
Yeah, right, go on.
I got majority B's and C's.
Pass.
Let's just say majority C's.
We take that.
And then I got 1A in English literature. So my skill set was always writing and language.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That goes to show. But I don't feel like because I wasn't as attentive as I could have been in school, if I didn't have all the stuff going on at home, then I don't think I really fulfilled my academic potential like that.
Right. Pass is the pass, we take it, bro.
Yeah,
we take it. Okay, so what's the plan then? You're out of school, you want to be a singer. How does this dream become a reality?
So, to be fair, like at that time, my father was in Nigeria a lot. Right. He was traveling between the Caribbean and Africa a lot. And I made the decision that I would go to Nigeria and be with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
So growing up, we had always been going back and forth between Nigeria, the UK and the Caribbean.
Right.
I lived in the Caribbean as a kid when I was a very small boy.
Yeah.
Got back to the UK, and essentially what happened was I got expelled from my school, unfortunately.
You did?
Yeah, can you imagine me?
What did you do, bro?
What's
this, sixth form?
Bro, I didn't even make it sixth form. I was hoping that I would be in my school.
Is this that same school?
Yeah.
Well, what did you do, bro?
Yeah, we had a bit of a incident with a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically I was, again, I just feel like I was misunderstood, very frustrated.
Right.
And
was a lot of the home pressures part of that?
Yeah, of course. Right, yeah. Absolutely. And 2 weeks before my GCSEs, I was trying to, get my work done, and do you know what I'm saying? I was really just trying to be on it as much as I could. The exams were coming up, do you know what I mean? I was doing my best. So I went into school like really early, and I was knocking on a door, asking, for my religious education teacher, funnily enough,
Right.
RE teacher. And I could hear teachers inside the staff room, but nobody was answering.
Airing you.
Proper airing me.
Yeah.
So I just knocked a little louder. And then one teacher just threw the door open and said, "Leave me alone." And just literally shoved me. And
Shoved you?
yeah, I
No.
mean, like,
Arm
and he was a
tight.
massive, he was a
What did you
massive
do, fly
guy.
kicking?
No, I tried to protect myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It. Self-defense. I like that.
I tried to
that.
protect. I
Self-defense.
tried to
folks.
protect myself, and then in that situation, the deputy head that was in the room right next door, he ran out. All the kids were outside seeing what was going on. Everyone's like, "Oh, yo, Oritsé and the teacher, this is like, it's going mad." And then he pulled me into his office. He explained to me what happened. I said, "Sir, like, this teacher like attacked me.
Yeah.
Like, I was just trying to deliver my work." And then he goes, "Oritsé, what can I do in this situation?" And instead of investigating and reprimanding the teacher, they instantly expelled me.
Wow.
And in that moment, I it was scary for me because I felt hard done by. I felt upset. I felt like, why did this have to happen to me?
Yeah.
Nobody's understanding. This is totally like unjustified. Like, it was horrible. And my mum, was amazing. And she just said to me, "Oritsé, you're going to pass these exams."
Right.
And she'd wake me up like 6 a.m. in the morning. We'd sit, side by side. And she would just help me. She was like my teacher. She would just help me study until 8 p.m. just every night, just working to make sure I passed these exams. Because I was only allowed on the school premises to pass the exams. Then years later, to sit the exams.
And you passed though?
I passed. Come on now. And then years later, after obviously everyone from my school saw me in the music game,
They call you back?
They call me back.
No way.
Yeah,
That
they call me
always
back.
happens, right,
They
bro.
called me back. When I went back, you know what they said to me? This teacher had this issue where every year he'd do this to a student, and the school apologizes to me sincerely for.
So listen, I want compensation. Where there's blame, there's a claim. You get me? Are you
Trust
mad?
me.
What do you mean?
Trust me.
Right.
Nah,
So
it was
he's out of there. But how was that feeling going back to the school?
horrible, man.
No, as the man, I'm saying.
As the man?
Yeah, man.
Oh, victorious.
You get me?
Honestly, I felt, see what you lot said. You lot said that I'll never be nothing. You said that, do you know what I mean? That I was this, I was that. You totally unfairly mistreated me, right? That was very tough on me. And it actually made me not even want to be in the UK no more.
So that was the thought process. I want to go to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you go?
Yeah.
Okay, how is that leaving mum then?
Hard.
Okay.
Rough leaving mum, rough leaving grandma.
Because you're the oldest and you're
Absolutely.
right.
So now my grandma, we were like that as well.
Yeah.
And my grandma was like, "Oritsé, if you're going, don't even knock my door if you're going." Because she was so, like, we had, we had that real kind of
course
bond, beautiful bond. And it hurt her to think that her grandchild wasn't going to be there.
Looking back, was that the right call? Or did you just act in anger to leave the country?
No, I felt like there was nothing left for me here.
Okay.
And I felt like, I wanted to travel and also become closer with my father.
Right.
Because, he was always obviously traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to be close to my dad. And, I think, especially at that age, I was, how old? Like, I guess 15, transitioning into being a man, those next few years. And I guess as a young boy, you want to be around your father. You want to be around, I guess, male figures sometimes to go into that transition of becoming a man. So it was the right thing for me. And also I was on a search for my identity. I was on a self search, very young. I was very, very young. I was very, how can I say, like, I was emotionally deep. Maybe I still am, but I really cared a lot about where I'm from. In my household, we were always taught that we were not only Caribbean, we were African. That was the whole thing. That's why my name, Oritsé Jolomi, the African name, Nigerian name from the Shakiri tribe.
Okay.
and all my brothers and sisters all have African, Nigerian, West African names, because it was very important to our parents who are Pan-Africanists to let us know that there's a saying, obviously, for you to know where you're going, you need to know where you've come from. So they really instilled that in us. And at that time, it was crazy because obviously the African and the Caribbean community, there wasn't a harmony there. Right. So we were a very unique family at that time, and my family were very bold and brave, courageous, and just, they didn't care for anybody's kind of separatist mentality, within the black community.
Yeah.
They were very much, no, we are all one.
I love that.
And that was instilled in me very, very young. And so going to Nigeria was crazy for a lot of my friends. Like a lot of my friends were like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? They were like, I don't know, Oritsé is always on some mad thing, but this is just the maddest.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But for me, it was something I needed to do. Obviously, it was a struggle because I realized that now the care and responsibilities were going to land on my brother and my sister, who were going to have to take over. Looking back, the only regret I have is I don't know if I prepared them enough to take over those responsibilities. They may have felt that they were thrown into the deep end a bit, and that's hard to digest and hard to sometimes deal with. Do you know what I'm saying? But they did an amazing job, and honestly, they stepped up to the plate and made themselves proud, made me proud, and made our family proud.
How long are you out there for? How long?
So I'm out there for a good, probably over 2 years.
Okay, 2 years.
Yeah.
What are the things that you're noticing? Obviously, it's a changing culture, changing everything. What are the kind of standout things for you that?
I mean, one of the first things I noticed was obviously growing up in the UK. I was growing up in a school. We were a minority as Black and Asian was the minority. Now when I'm in Nigeria, I'm now the majority. But also at the same time, it was crazy because my name was so unique in the UK. Like I didn't know any other Oritsé, and nobody knows how to spell my name. They always misspell my name. They missay my name. When I go to Nigeria, they look at my passport, Orisha, straight away, like immediately. And I was just like, yo. And then like being there, it was crazy because there was other Oritsés, but not, because my name's Oritsé Jolomi. Yeah. So that you might have Oritsé Wayemi or Oritsé Femi, or do you understand? So it was just like, like my name's like John and David out there. Do you know what I'm saying? So
well, are you seen as that British kid though?
Yeah, and that
okay.
So the struggle in Nigeria was, I almost wasn't African enough to be one with them.
Yeah.
They loved my Caribbean side.
Right.
Like they loved, so sometimes they call me Jammer Boy.
Right.
And they want to know about Jamaican culture and Caribbean culture and different kind of musicians that they were hearing about, like Sean Paul and, different artists. They also loved the idea that, I came from the UK.
Yeah.
So they were asking me about Craig David and other British artists as well, and they loved that. And then I was MCing out there as well as singing.
Okay.
So they used to love to hear me in my British accent MC. So it's weird because I thought I would feel like, more like I was part of one with the people, but actually I was still quite individual within the community. But one thing I did, I guess, reflect on and think a lot about was the journey of my ancestors.
Right.
And I think that's not told enough to young Black people in our country enough, especially to stop the kind of, to dispel any kind of Black on Black crimes or anything like that that's going on. I feel like if we all spent time really understanding the journey of where our people originated and where we come from, I feel like we would come together so much more. And it's just a lack of understanding. Because we've obviously been through a very traumatic series of events through the history. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And we've been impacted, heavily. I don't want to go into it, but it was not lost on me. Right. That for me to be here today, it took a lot of sacrifice of my ancestors.
Are you going to school out there?
Yeah.
I'm hearing they beat you out there. Is it true? 'Cause there's certain man that have been here. They say, their brother, they go there when the stick come out. It's serious.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I experienced beatings in school was when I was going to school in the Caribbean as a youth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw beatings.
Right.
Because again, I was an English kid and I wasn't Caribbean enough there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They picked on me and, do you know what I mean? They roughed me up. You know what I mean? And
How old was you at school in the Caribbean?
when I was in the Caribbean, I was about 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. I was about.
How long you go for school out there?
So I was out there. So we were out there, I think, a year and a bit.
Right.
But unfortunately, my mum had an ectopic pregnancy.
Right.
And nearly died.
Right.
And so, you know, after that event, she wanted to be back in the UK and be with her mum.
Right.
So we left the Caribbean and came back to the UK.
Okay.
Otherwise, we would have grown up in the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the beatings like in each side? Tell me.
So I saw them.
Which one beats the hardest?
No. So these two kids that bullied me in the Caribbean, the teacher took them aside and she made me watch, and she drew out this long wooden ruler.
Yeah.
Told them to hold up their hands, and I started licking up their hands with this ruler, boy. They were bawling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, I was in shock because I'd never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's mad.
You know what I mean? So that was that. In Nigeria, to be honest with you, I never saw any licks.
Okay. Did you get any licks?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
No. I
That's
didn't
right
get no
then.
licks. No.
Are you do you still want to be a singer though out there?
100%.
That's
100%. And you know the beautiful thing about Nigeria is everyone's talented.
Right.
So the one thing that resonates in Africa and resonates in Nigeria specifically is rhythm.
Right.
So, like, it's unbelievable. Like, I can't even tell you the experience that I had. I can't express to you the experience that I had of music in its most natural form. Kids are like drumming. They're using their bodies to create incredible drum patterns. They'll have this table here, and you'll see them go like that. And on their bodies, bro, it sounds like they have a full drum kit.
Mad, yeah.
And they're using their bodies to create this incredible sound. So it inspired me more, to be honest with you, being out there, because I was hearing music on the radio as well, like just when you're driving through the streets and you're going to like little local shops, there's music on radio like you never heard it before. I was seeing artists and in the most purest form, like the singing, a lot of vocal harmony groups, the dancing, just like when I mean
the
in
vibes.
Its purest form, like people not even wanting to be like us. They're not thinking, oh, we're gonna be artists or we're gonna be that. They're just making music out of love. Like it's just part of the culture. So for me, it was like I was very much like, yeah, man. I was like, rah, this is.
You're a sponge, basically.
Yeah, I'm taking it all in.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, rah, this is. I didn't experience this in the UK. Do you know what I'm saying? We never had anything like this. I remember one time we're in school and one kid starts drumming on the table, then the next kid joins them, then the next kid joins them. Next thing you know, there's a symphony. Broski, there's a symphony of young kids. Like, I'm saying like 12 years old, 11 years old, right? They're all drumming complex patterns to us, but natural to them. To them, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's like normal. They're like looking at me like, why
well,
are
that's
you?
nothing,
It's
yeah.
nothing. It's just like, it's minor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And bro, I felt like, damn, like, I don't even know if I've got any music, you know what I mean, in me, like, after this, you know?
Yeah.
So it was beautiful, man. I loved it. And it pulled me deeper into music in its really purest form.
So then why the return back to the UK then?
So before that, let me tell you as well, I had to explain to get to that. So there were different vocal harmony groups and I set up my own kind of like vocal music club in the school.
Yeah.
And I was inspired so much by what was going on, I started to put this idea together for a band. And I was gonna be a record label boss when I get back to the UK. I was gonna be a manager and a songwriter. And I was gonna put this vocal harmony group together, right? And I was gonna manage them and write songs for them. So that was the vision that I got in Nigeria. Right. I brought back to the UK now to your point.
So I'm going to lead this thing, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually work as a music exec.
Have you got the name of the band yet, or not? Or is that
Nah,
later? All right, cool.
but I had the name of my label,
Go on.
Black Giant Records.
Okay, yeah, why not? Why not? BGR, you get me? I love to see it. All right, cool. So is that why you come back then?
So I came back to the UK because obviously I miss my mum, I
Yeah.
miss my siblings, my grandmother, my family. It was time to come back.
Yeah.
And I had a vision that I was gonna come back, go into uni, do music business,
Right.
and really get this thing popping and really take care of the fam.
Did you get that bond with your dad that you was after?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel when something you went to go and chase perhaps didn't come to fruition?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely tough. Yeah, it was tough.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Right, you're back now.
Yeah.
You're back. How is it seeing Mumsy and all that after 2 years?
It's beautiful, but obviously at the same time it's bittersweet because I'm now seeing the progression of her condition
Right.
worsening.
And is it like apparent for you because you haven't seen, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm seeing it worsening, and my grandmother soon gets diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
Right.
And now it's just like, it just feels like everything's falling apart. Like it feels like I've come back, and now that's where I'm feeling the guilt, because I'm like, if I was here for these number of years, still in the UK, you know, being there to support my family, then maybe I could have lessened the blow. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And supported more.
Right.
And so it started to feel like, you know, was it a bit of a selfish mission that I went on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Come back, you go uni, you
Yeah.
want to do this music thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all you want to do now.
Yeah.
Talk to me about these next steps then.
Next steps is wild. So I'm doing singing battles in different areas of London.
Okay, so you're outside.
I'm outside.
Battling.
Battling.
Is battling a thing like that?
Yeah, back then.
How does it work, bro? What are you going to, a harmony thing or what is it? What is it? Is it a crowd reaction? What is it?
So singers are just singing up in each other's face, like trying to
Yeah.
vocalize, you know,
Okay.
really KC and JoJo style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, so you know, there's singing battles, there's dance battles.
Yeah.
I'm taking part in it all. I'm also putting together my own collectives,
Right.
music collectives of like-minded musicians. I'm joining collectives as well.
Right.
So I was literally in community groups with a lot of people that were playing music for Amy Winehouse and people like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like singers like Ade and pianists like Sam and Eska. She's a great jazz singer. Was one of our coaches, and I'm just really kind of now getting back into the scene. I'm going to over 21 open mic clubs, even though I was like 18, 19.
Come on.
Do you know what I'm saying? And just trying to get a chance to show what I got on the mic. Do you know what I mean? Type vibes. So I don't care. I'm just trying to let people know that I'm here and I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know? And then it was in one of the so I think a game-changing moment that happened basically was, I remember I had performed at a club in Camden, and there was a number of different artists. There was a judge panel, very X Factor style, like, and I sang, and the judges rinsed me. They said, you're not a star, you can't sing, you can't write songs, you're never gonna make it.
Wow.
And everybody was just laughing in the venue, like heckling me, just busting up, because they were like, you know, and at that time, like, there was a rap crew and they got love, and there was a female singer, she got love, but being a male singer,
What did you sing, your own song or
I sang my own song, yeah, at the time. Maybe it wasn't good enough.
Right.
I sang my own song, and yeah, they just totally just ruined me. And then
How was that to take?
It was tough. Like, my friend that was with me at the time, he goes, Oritsé, maybe we should leave. And I said, no, we ain't leaving. I'm staying here. What else have I got to lose now?
I love that.
Right? So we're staying there, and at the end they say, okay, we're going to do a singing battle. And then they say, who wants a battle? And I stand up. My friend's going, Oritsé, you've already embarrassed yourself, like, allow it, type vibes. And I said, I told you, what have I got else to lose? Like, do you know what I'm saying? The worst has happened. I'm standing up. So they're looking at me like, rah, this kid is brave to, like, what?
Where's that fight come from?
I don't know. I've always had a fighting spirit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna give up, and it don't matter how many times I get embarrassed, how many times they put me down, how many times they rock me up. Do you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Make me feel like I'm lesser than. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna try. Do you know what I mean? I was never like the greatest singer or the greatest this or the greatest that, but I always had relentless work ethic. My work ethic, I feel like I can outwork anyone, right? And so I stood up. There was another girl that sang, and then I took the mic. I jumped off stage. There was like a female judge. She worked for the Voice newspaper at the time, and I just jumped and I started singing Music Soul Child. Grabbed her hand, started basically serenading her.
Yeah.
Everyone was going mad. Like, people were going crazy. And then
same people that were hating.
Same people that hated.
We love that.
And then they basically did a crowd kind of, do you know what I mean? Like, did a crowd vote.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, make some noise for so-and-so, maybe Maria.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What do you think about her performance? And the crowd, you know, screaming for her. Okay, and then there's this kid, Oritsé Williams. What do you think? They went absolutely mental. And they go, Oritsé, you're the winner.
Okay.
And then I just said, and then they were coming to give me a prize. I said, no, allow it. I don't do this thing for prizes. And I just bopped out the venue. Then when I bopped out the venue.
What was the prize, bruv? Man did an Eminem 8 Mile,
I
murked the
didn't know
dance
what
and
the
walked
prize
off,
was.
bruv.
I bopped out, man.
Come on, bro. What was the prize, bro?
I don't know. I walked out.
Why? Just like, was that a FU moment?
Kinda, but not so much that. I feel like I was just emotionally drained from, do you know what I'm saying, from the situation.
Right.
So I bopped out of the venue, and then I get these people running after me going, Oritsé, yo, here's my card, call me.
Right.
Call me. Do you know what I'm saying? And then there was one girl that came up to me. There was a newspaper article for a vocal academy, and she was like, do you know what? You got something, but I feel like you need to develop what you got. You should audition for this academy. So then that's what I did.
Okay.
I auditioned for the academy. I got into it. They put me into, you know, I was actually meant to be at mid-level type vibes, but they said, you know what, there's something about you that I feel like you're gonna work hard to be top level, so we're gonna put you in a higher group straight away.
Okay. So what type of things are you learning in this academy?
Performance.
So is uni out the thing now?
No, I'm still at uni, but I'm doing this thing on the weekends.
Okay. Full hustling.
Dawston, East London, bro.
Okay, come on.
Trust me.
Welcome to the best side. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do that, and you're kind of honing your craft then.
Honing my craft.
Yeah.
And again, it was the whole thing of I was in a class with all these other singers, and the teacher would be like, okay, cool. Here's this spot on the floor, right? I want every week somebody to selectively get up and sing, but we're gonna sit here, and in your own time, who's gonna stand up and sing? Every week I'd stand up first, to the point where the teacher was like,
sit down now, bro.
Oritsé. Because I'm like, I want it more than anybody here.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care, even if I'm not the best singer in this group.
We love that.
I want it more than anyone here. So I'm gonna show that I want it more than anyone here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I took it very seriously. I was also being mentored by a guy called Noel McCoy, who he was very much part of the acid jazz scene. He used to sing with people like Omar, Don E.
Big up Omar, he's been here, you get me?
Yeah. So I was in the jazz cafe every weekend.
Okay.
Noel's
And that's real singers, that is like, listen, there ain't no corner cutting there, bro.
Let me tell you something, there's no corner cutting at all. And Noel was really tough on me, man. God bless his soul, man. Rest in peace, Noel McCoy. He was tough on me, man. He was like Oritsé, you know. If you're gonna be serious about being an artist, right? I need you to turn up every single week. I need you to follow this routine. I need you to go through all these motions. So literally, I was learning performance skills with Noel. I was learning how to, you know, use my voice. And I was in the jazz cafe all the time. And it was funny because whilst that was happening, I was like Noel's little apprentice, and he had a little merch, and he was like, yo, you think you could sell any of this stuff? So I'd take Noel CDs, and I literally would be going around the audience whilst he was performing, hustling, just making bread. And at the end of the night, I was like, no, like I made this. And he would look at the money, he'll go, what? Like, how are you doing this? And so every week I was in the jazz cafe, just hustling Noel CDs. Yeah, hustling Noel CDs and doing all of that. So yeah.
Right. So you're perfecting your craft. You're honing it.
Yeah.
So is this where we get to forming the band?
Yeah. So what happened was, obviously I had the idea for putting this group together, right?
Yeah.
And originally I said to Noel, like, you know what? Because he said to me, there was an opportunity that came up, right? And he goes, I'm working on you being a solo artist, right? But there's this opportunity that's come up and I want you to go for it. And he goes, I said, what are you talking about? No. He goes, it's a boy band. I said, boy band what? I'm not into being in no boy band. Forget that. That's not me. I said, I want to be like you. I want to be on the scene, singing soul, singing R&B, jazz, you know what I'm saying, reggae vibes. That's me. I'm in the Jazz Cafe. I'm in Mau Mau in Ladbroke Grove. I'm in Iron Bar in Ladbroke Grove.
I said Iron
you know
Bar,
what I'm
you know,
saying? Bro, I'm in all these locations. Yeah. I'm in Camden, just immersing myself with, like, I guess, you know, this kind of music.
Yeah.
So boy band to me was just like a wild idea completely. So anyway, I go to this, meet this guy who's managing this boy band or putting together this boy band. They had a deal with Sony BMG.
Already in place?
Already in place,
right.
yeah. It was at Dance Attic in Fulham. And I met these boys, they were all like pretty boys, do you know what I mean? Feeling like they were cute, whatever else. And I just felt completely out of place. They asked me to sing, I sang, and straight away they were like, yo, I need you in this band.
Okay.
So I was like, man, I don't know, man. This is madness, this is crazy. So anyway, I joined the band for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, nah, I'm not feeling this.
What was the name of the band?
I think it ended up being called, a weird name, but it ended up being called the Wayne Foundation.
The Wayne Foundation?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a strange
Interesting.
band. I think it ended up being called that.
Right.
And it was a deal with Nick Raphael and Joe Charrington at Sony. Right. They said all these names that I never knew.
So you're in a boy band that's going to be signed to a record label.
That's already signed to a record label.
And you don't want it?
Nah, because it didn't feel right. See,
Mad.
me, I was always, I'm a man that I've always trusted my instinct.
Yes.
So it don't matter how big the situation looks and how ginormous it looks, right? I'm a man that I'm just on my vibe. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So I was like, I just don't see this working. I just don't see it working.
Right.
So I bopped, and I remember the boy said to me, Oritsé, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. You never get 2 opportunities in this game, and you've literally just messed up the only opportunity that you got. I said, it's all right, I'll take my chances.
Wow.
And I kept it pushing.
Right.
So I kept it pushing, but then I decided that, you know what, this boy band that I had, right, in Nigeria, maybe it's time for me to put that together now.
Right.
And put together a band the way I see it. So then I started doing lots of research, and in my research, I was studying bands from The Temptations to Boyz II Men to NSYNC to B2K to Backstreet, every band that you could think of in history. Because me, when I get into my zone, then and I've committed to something, then I've seen it through all the way.
I hear that.
So then I got into that whole zone, and then I start to go on this mission of forming a band. You know, I'm going out advertising, you know, in record shops in all over London and MySpace and messages to my friends, all kinds of things. So yeah, then I went on the journey and I formed a group, and I did.
Who did you find first?
Marvin.
Okay, where?
Yeah. So originally I saw him on Top of the Pops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, when I was in my living room, I saw him on another band, Top of the Pops, and I remembered him from there. I was like,
what band is that?
I think it was a band called VS.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah. I always thought, man, he's got mad swag and he's got something about him that just was a vibe. So then,
so he's already part of a band?
He was. I didn't know what they were doing.
Okay.
I think he was signed to Simon Webb.
Right. So then how did you find him? Did you actively chase him down? Like, this is the guy that I want?
I didn't chase him down.
No, but you know what I mean. Like this is the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I was speaking to a friend that I was also I knew was a singer.
Right.
And I sent him the band that I'm trying to put together, and I mentioned Marv, and then he said, "Oh, I know that guy."
Right.
And then he put me in touch, and then do you know what I mean?
Right.
Then we end up.
You pitch it, he's down.
Yeah, he sang for me in central London. I remember met him outside of Night Town, and he was dope. And I was like, yeah, man, come true, man.
Right.
Marvin's in.
Yeah.
Who's next?
So then Aston was next.
Right. How do you find Aston?
So Marvin was doing a lot of auditions with because I said to Marvin that I'm trying to look for someone who can do like tricks, backflips,
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
So you got that
Breakdance.
vision. You got it.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
It's crazy how you know exactly what
I
you
know
want.
exactly what I want.
Right.
And he goes, oh, there's one guy that I used to do auditions with. Look him up. So anyway, I looked him up on MySpace. I saw him doing some of the breakdancing tricks. I sent him a message, and then I called him. I think he was on a football field. I said, can you pull up an audition for me? So he pulled up audition. I was like, okay, yeah, he's dope.
Was this Nighttown again?
No.
It's
Actually,
Nighttown the hub.
this is actually dance attic.
Right.
This is actually dance attic now.
Right.
So I try to look a little bit more professional.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I was sneaking up in there
Right.
and just taking one of their rooms.
We love that. You
So-
got to.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so then that was him.
So he's cool. He's saying, yeah, I'm down.
He was just like, yeah, let's go.
And they're all trusting you. Like, yeah.
They all trusting
They don't
me,
know
yeah.
you really. They're just saying,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay, you got the vision. So,
Yeah,
all right, fair enough.
yeah.
Aston in. JB.
So for a minute we were 3, and then
So you're rehearsing,
we're
practicing.
Yeah, and
Right.
then it felt off. I was like, we need one more guy to balance this. We were working with one guy, but I just never felt he was right.
Right.
So I kept on searching.
Who was the guy,
Thank you.
bruv? He must be kicking himself now.
I actually remember his name, but I'm not going to say his
Okay,
name.
right. Go on.
But yeah, he was a credible singer,
Right.
but just wasn't right in terms of the commitment I was looking for.
Okay.
'Cause I'm looking for a level of
Man was
commitment.
out clubbing and that. You get me?
Yeah, I
And now
mean,
look.
you know what I mean? If I'm hitting you and, you know what I mean, you're second guessing, come to rehearsals, it's not going to be, you know what I mean, it's not going to work. So,
He is pissed
so,
right
so,
now.
so yeah, I was just like, nah, I don't need somebody who's not going to take this seriously.
Right.
So anyway, I remember being at university, then I heard there was X Factor auditions next door.
Next door?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I went to London Met at Holloway Road.
Right.
And they were doing X Factor auditions at Arsenal Stadium.
Is this like, the proper TV ones?
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
right.
but I just went down there and I literally walked out one of my lectures to just go down there and see if I could see anybody. I couldn't see nobody, but there was somebody else that was scouting, a talent scout company at the time, and I got talking to them, and I said, "Oh, show me who you got in your books." They showed me a couple people, and I was like, "Who's that guy?" And they said, "Oh, it's a guy called JB Gill." I said, "All right, cool. Yeah, can you put us in touch?" Went on MySpace again, reached out to Jay, auditioned him, and then I called all the boys, I think about a week later, to meet. They met Jay for the first time, and we all kind of got together for the first time, and that was it.
How kind of important is that vibe to have as opposed to just you can sing and you can, do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's massively. I feel like hard work beats talent.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they were all down to put everything into it.
Right.
And
So they trust you. You're the man. You are going to take this ship to the Holy Land, to the Holy.
well, that's the thing. There's a lot of pressure on my shoulders,
Right.
because I also met a lot of their families, and I made promises to their families.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to do this.
Yeah, that this is going to happen no matter what. So now I feel an enormous amount of pressure.
Is the name formed?
Nah, the name is UFO at the time.
UFO?
Yeah.
Is that yeah?
Unique, famous, outrageous, horrendous. I came up
Unique,
with it.
famous, what?
Outrageous.
No, I hear it. I respect it in a way. You get me, cuz.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're there and you're just rehearsing, ready to get things going.
Absolutely.
And is your plan to make your own music? What is it to do?
Yeah, we're hustling, making our own music in the studio.
It's R&B.
It's kind of like R&B, but then we started to make our own style of music called New Jack Swing, which was kind of like English twang on R&B music.
Right, like pure swing era. Is that what we're talking
No,
about?
like New Jack Swing. So
Okay.
like
What's the
R&B, like
difference?
Blackstreet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, you're doing that, but with the British kind of swag.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Making tunes. You're trying to build this. How many songs you making? Albums worth or?
Yeah, enough tunes, pure tunes.
What? And you're all writing, or
Yeah.
are you kind of taking the lead in this?
No, we're all getting involved, and
Right.
you know, it was just everyone just putting everything they could, bringing any connections that they had into the group. Do you know what I mean? And us just trying to find a way.
And kind of studios. Who's paying for that? You.
Luckily, people believed in us. Some people, not everyone.
On tick.
No, not everyone believed in us.
Right.
Not everyone believed in us.
Okay. And
Yes.
you're doing live showcases and stuff like that.
Live showcases. We're doing everything we can, putting out everything out of the bag at live showcases.
Right.
And, you know,
You're
so-
trying to get that deal.
Yeah, we're trying to just get an opportunity. Yeah,
Right.
we're trying to get a deal. We're trying to get support. We're trying to get people to sign. Yeah, essentially.
And do you get any of that opportunity prior to X Factor?
No, I was working for a company called Deal Real Records
Right.
back in the day, and Deal Real Records was a record shop, like a hip hop kind of soul record shop in Carnaby Street, where a lot of artists came through, like Amy Winehouse and the Black Eyed Peas, John Legend, Jay-Z.
Okay.
So many people came through our record shop, and I was trying to get the record shop to sign a group,
Right.
but they said to me an all-black group will never work.
Okay.
Ironically enough.
Yeah. Prior to that, an all-black group. Am I presuming M&A, Damage?
Yeah.
Who else? I can't think of any more.
I mean, there wasn't many examples, and maybe that's why people
Yeah.
were doubtful.
Yeah.
But I was like, just give me a chance to show you the group.
Right.
But they wouldn't even give me a chance to
They're
show
not
them the
having
group.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're still on it, relentless.
I'm still on it. I don't
not
care.
having
Now I'm trying to prove everyone wrong.
Right. Love that.
You know what I'm
Even stronger.
Even more. Now the fire's burning, more, like it's like a forest fire.
Furnace.
Yeah, furnace.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So is this when the X Factor opportunity presents itself then?
No, so the X Factor opportunity presented itself by a mutual friend of ours who auditions solo every year.
Right.
And unfortunately, again, rest in peace, because he lost his life not too long ago. He changed our lives, and that was, he gave us his audition application for that year.
Right.
And we basically forged the application into a group application, stood in the line, and hoped that no one would notice.
So he gave you his own application.
Yeah.
So he didn't go up for it.
No, he stepped back for us to go forward. Yeah.
Why? He's saying I want you to do this. I believe in you.
Yeah, he's saying that, you know what, you guys go for it. Like,
Look at that.
yeah, he changed our lives.
Right. And you forged the document.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old school tech.
Old school Tipex, like the bus pass.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Is this in front of the judges or is this because there's pre-judges, isn't there?
Yeah, so this is in front of the producers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead. Smash it.
Yeah, man, go ahead, go in there. They're talking amongst themselves, and you could kind of see that they're seeing something, like they're talking about themselves. Don't know what that means at that time, but something's going on.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Do they tell you there and then come back, or you just go about your way?
No, they say that they will let us know.
Okay.
And then they let us know, and we like, oh.
How long after?
Not too long after.
Okay.
Yeah, not too long after.
And they say what, you're going to meet the judges or you just next round? Because there's loads of pre-rounds that people don't know, you know. There's a few pre-producers and that they have to okay everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually we get to the judges. I'm sick the night before, very ill.
Right.
And I said to the boys, you guys are going to have to sing my part because there's no way I can sing. Like my voice was gone.
Right.
I had a bad flu, everything. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I had sweats, I was sick, vomiting, everything.
Oh, wow.
And the boys were like, Risha, you have to sing tomorrow.
Okay.
Like you have to sing. Like,
okay.
There's no way.
You better fix up yourself.
Fix up yourself. You know what I mean? But you're going to have to sing.
Right.
You know, so, they put that belief and trust in me, even when I wasn't believing in myself.
Mm. And then the colours, are the colours established from before? Or
no, that was after.
That was after. Okay, cool. Who were the judges that year?
It was Simon Cowell, Louis Walsh, Cheryl Cole, Danny Minogue.
Okay, cool. You go, you get the pass, everything looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. We're in the audition, Simon, highlighted my voice. And, for me, it wasn't an arrogant thing. I just felt really proud that I never let my boys down.
Right.
So much so that he was like, "Yeah, I'm feeling what you're doing." Do you know what I mean, vocally? So it was a relief, and it also felt like an accomplishment that I managed to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like not let the boys down, not let my family down. My mum was outside, everything. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking to myself, I need to just somehow, some way need to get through this. My voice needs to work. Do you know what I'm saying? And in that audition, my voice came out.
Did you genuinely think that you could go the whole distance on that show from that first audition?
Obviously, we had goals and dreams, ambitions, visions, manifestations. So that was the vision. And for me, obviously, being the young carer and wanting to change my family's life, I never went into that situation, or any situation, to be fair, thinking that I wasn't going to do or make an impact in some sort of way, or try to make an impact in some sort of way that would give an opportunity for me to be able to support my family in the way that I want to support my family, and for my mum to have definitely much more comfortability and options in order to get her to that place of better health. So that was my my sole like determination.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. You seem to go through round after round. Do you start feeling like, yo, this could actually pop for us? Or
Yeah, definitely starting to get more and more closer to the finish line, to
Yeah.
the finals, and it's feeling like, yo, maybe we got a shot.
who's your judge that you know?
Louis Walsh.
Louis Walsh. Are you happy? Oh yeah, because he always gets the groups in it.
Yeah.
But you know when they fly you out to all countries,
Yeah.
where did you go?
Ireland.
Bumped. You get me? Simon be taking man to some next.
LA, Barbados, we got Ireland. But to be honest with you, I didn't care. I just wanted to wherever they took us, I knew it was temporary. I just wanted to do everything we could.
Who was
to
the
get
guest
through.
judge? You know they have a guest one. Did they have it?
Shane from Westlife.
Okay, cool. All right, fair enough. And are they actually helping you, the judges? Because a lot of these shows that I know...
No, Louis was legit helping us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Louis was so passionate about it.
Because I know about The Voice, for example, people don't even see the judges that on their team. They don't even see them.
I don't know about The Voice, but
Okay.
I know in our experience, Louis was very passionate about us.
Okay. You make it to the live shows. How is that feeling? Like, this is like the proper big barrier.
It's
that
emotional. I'm still driven to make sure that every week we're mashing it up, and yeah, man, it's just a determination to get to that finish line, man.
Yeah. And when you're doing them live shows, is there a big difference now? This is live. This is like peak time. Millions of people watching this. It's
Yeah,
not
I
like
mean-
X Factor's going down. This is
I'll be honest with you, the
People
whole
watch this show.
process was very alien to me because I'd never been part of, like, as it were, like a stage school.
right.
Do you know what I mean? So when I was a part of the singing academy, it was more like singers from the community that got together that were developing our talents as artists to sing, not in front of TV shows, but
Yeah.
more kind of like on stages in live venues.
Is there a difference?
Yeah,
What's that difference?
massive difference.
Explain it.
So with the TV, there's so much things that you have to think about. The red lights coming on the cameras when you're singing. Look to that camera. Look to that camera.
Look to that
like,
camera.
Yeah. Look to that camera. Look to that camera. There's so many. It's like a studio live audience, but yet you're told there's millions of people watching.
Right.
The energy's different. You're not. There's not a crowd to kind of have that kind of intimate communication with as a singer.
Right.
So everything just feels super different, man. Like no lie, like it's a whole different. I felt very, yeah. I felt like a very small fish in a massive ocean.
Right.
Are
Are you out of your comfort zone or do you adapt?
No, I'm completely out of my comfort zone.
And the rest of the boys?
Some of them obviously had experience in the industry before and
Right.
cameras and stuff like that. So they were very much comfortable. But for me, I was learning. I was doing a lot of learning as we were going on.
And then the name change, UFO, JLS, we didn't talk about that. Why that change and how did that come about?
Yeah, so that changed because Simon was like, there's already a band called UFO, so you got 24 hours to change your name. And obviously we were doing that style of music we called Jack the Lad Swing back then. So we decided to go with JLS. We did a little tally and stuff. And then
Who's we? You? Who
me
had
and
the
boys.
vote?
No. In fact, we actually went round the other contestants and asked them to vote.
And what were the other options?
The other options were, I think, All For One.
All For One was a...
It was a band already.
Yeah.
So that was,
I swear.
So that was horrendous.
Yeah.
Indigo 4,
Okay.
because we were at the Indigo 2
Right.
at the time.
No. That's
Indigo
dry.
4.
That's dry.
Yeah,
Not gonna make it, that one.
That can't make it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a couple.
And then the colours. Whose idea was that? Because it's somewhat of marketing genius.
Yeah, it was actually one of the producers on the show. I mean, we were already very colourful
Yeah.
because we watched, and they were like, do you know what? And I think, no, in fact, we went, how it was, I think one of the boys, maybe it was Marv, yeah, I think it was Marv, went to get some clothes for us at American Apparel, and it was different garms and they had different colours, and we all just chose different colours, and then it kicked off on the show, and then the producer said, you guys should keep that.
So you're red.
I'm red.
You can't.
I can't change now.
Are you screwing, bro? Like,
No,
man.
I like red.
Everyone's got their colour.
I like green though. but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm red.
All right. Live shows, doing your thing. Make it through pretty much towards the final, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. How is that feeling? Like we could actually do this, boys? Is this like we've got this, or is it kind of?
It's sorry.
Go on.
Sorry. The live shows. It's tense. It's nervous, drained. You know, emotions are high, and I'm just like, this needs to happen.
Right. Do you believe it's going to happen?
We believe it's going to happen until Alexandra steps out with Beyonce.
Right, I'm going to come to that. So on the finals, the singer sings with a famous person, right? So in the past, people have sung with a famous person. This sounds like a cheat code and a half. Who did you come out with?
Westlife.
Okay, still big. Westlife, amazing.
Yeah. We were meant to have Rihanna.
You were meant to have Rihanna?
We were told we were going to have Rihanna.
What happened?
Don't know.
Okay, so they told you you're singing with Rihanna, and then Westlife walk out.
Yeah.
No,
No,
not
like that. We were told we were gonna get Rihanna, and then that decision got changed, and we were told we were gonna have Westlife. We were still incredible.
Right. Who was the third person in the final? It was you, Alexandra, Burke, and
I believe it was Owen Quick.
And who did he sing with? Bublé. Is it Bublé?
I can't remember.
I don't even know how I got that. All right, fine. Alexandra Burke comes out with Beyoncé. Is that a cheat code and a half?
Well, Alexandra's already a phenomenal singer.
Yes.
So you add Beyonce to that.
It's over.
It's good, done, finished.
But should that
finished.
have been allowed?
Of course.
Because respectfully, Westlife are not on the level of Beyonce.
Yeah, I mean, they're still amazing.
They're amazing, and I'm not disrespecting, but we're
Beyonce,
talking global superstar.
Beyonce is one of the greatest female soloists of all time.
Yes.
We're
not going to argue about that one. Lauryn Hill, maybe.
Okay.
But
I still put Lauryn Hill.
No, I hear you.
But yeah, like it's like, you know, stepping out with Beyonce is almost like the equivalent of stepping out, I don't know, with Usher or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Who is her judge? Simon.
Yeah.
So is that unfair then? Because that to me just looks unfair. Because I think you were favourites to win this, right?
Yeah, but to me, it's like, what an amazing moment for Alex to have one of her heroes.
Oh, absolutely.
And let me tell you something, she shut it down.
Oh, she roasted the occasion.
Like Alex didn't play. Like, it wasn't a thing of even Beyonce overshadowed Alex.
Yeah.
Alex stood her ground and she went crazy with the vocals.
Yes.
Like, she smashed it apart.
When did you know that Beyonce was going to sing with her?
Close to the time, like very close, maybe a week.
Right.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Are you guys pissed off?
Nah, we just focus.
Really? Because this is a cheat code.
It might be, but if I was in Alex's shoes, what am I gonna do? I get to sing with one of my heroes.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine getting to sing with Stevie Wonder. Like,
right.
For me, that would just be. I'm not gonna complain that somebody's got to sing with one of their heroes.
But it's at your expense, isn't it?
I know, but
would you have loved to sing with Stevie? By the way,
yeah, of course.
Would that have been your main choice? Let's say if you could pick anybody.
If I could have picked anybody in the world, obviously Stevie Wonder would 100% be up there.
Yeah, totally.
Do you know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. I mean, my God, even till today, if I got an opportunity to sing with Stevie Wonder, my goodness me, that's like legendary.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But Beyonce and Alex naturally together it was like a match made in heaven, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was like you had Ronaldo and Messi playing on the same team.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Against you.
Yeah.
And you're in goal.
Yeah. And I already heard Alexandra before the show because my sister does this kind of, she was part of this kind of vocal choir that used to perform at the Royal Albert Hall.
Right.
And Alexandra stepped out as a guest vocalist like years before I was on.
But she was on the show before. She tried.
I think she was, but I didn't even know. I just saw her first time as when I was sitting in the audience at the Royal Albert Hall, and she stepped out in my sister's performance.
Right.
And I was like, who is that?
Right.
Like, her vocals are crazy. So when I saw her in the show, I was like, yo.
It's her.
I was like, oh my God. Like, I said to the boys, you don't understand how incredible this girl is. Like I already knew we had problems from then.
Does that make you raise your game though?
As much as possible.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. On paper, I think you are the favourites to win. You don't actually win.
Yeah.
How was that feeling? Be honest.
Some of the boys were crying. Everyone felt very down.
Yeah.
And I remember my mum, at that point, she was in a wheelchair. So through the show, her health took the biggest digression. It took the biggest impact. When we first started the show, she was walking struggling walking.
Right.
Then she went into crutches, and by the time we got to the final, she was wheelchair bound. And
is that stress from you and the show, or is that just how it was progressing?
it's just how it was progressing.
Right,
It went
okay.
through its most rapid transition during the time I was in the show.
Right.
And that was hard to be away from my family during that time. So it was like my life was changing, and I'm doing this for my family. But at the same time, at home, my mum's was getting progressively worse. And that was very hard to watch during a time like that. Yeah, but I remember at the final, my brother and my mum, they came up to me and she said to me, Oritsé, what's next? And
what, there and then?
right then and there, like my mum did business. She was like, okay, this is happening, cool. What's next?
I love that.
So when she said, what's next? It just put a light bulb moment in my mind. And I said to the boys, listen, dry your tears, do your buttons.
It's just when you storm into the office.
Yeah, you know that story.
I know the story because you told me in private, bro.
Oh yeah, you know
but
that
go
story.
on, sorry, I had to say that.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
So I told the boys, listen, like follow me. Like, Oritsé, where you going? I said, we're gonna go to Simon Cowell's dressing room.
After the show?
After the show, we're gonna sit down and I want to talk to him.
There and then?
There and then.
Raggo.
Literally no lies.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So they're like, right, like this is mad. So anyway, they done up their buttons, everything, put their suits
Are you
together.
vexed or are you, what is it?
Nah, I'm not vexed. I'm just driven. Like I'm not gonna leave here without opportunity because we were told that only the winner gets a deal.
Yes.
After that, nobody else.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've got to just do, my mum just told me what's next. What am I gonna do? Like my mum's just giving me, do you know what I'm saying, that light bulb moment, that strength to go, Oritsé, go out and get what's yours. Like,
Love that.
It's not over. This moment is not over. So then I had enough energy and strength because listen, when a mum blesses you like that, with that kind of, for me, that's like a prayer. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like a powerful prayer.
Come on.
I just said, nah, man, I'm not gonna just have this. We're gonna find a way. So marched into his.
Well, you marched into his office.
Bro, marched into his office. All four of us bowled in there, sat down.
What's Simon doing? Just chilling.
Yeah, he's shocked.
Right.
Yeah, I sit down right next to him and I say to him, Simon, this is what I feel like we can do. And I said, look, I feel like these were our most popular songs on the show. What if we start putting an album together? We'll put out this record, put out that record, put out that record, which would have been the worst mistake of our lives.
I think covers.
Covers.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
And he goes, okay, I'm hearing you and I'll call you type vibes. But all throughout the show, Louis Walsh was telling us about a guy called Joe Charrington and Nick Raphael from Epic Records. This was the same label.
Michael Jackson.
That had, this was the same label that had the band that I walked away from.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened to that band? Anything?
No.
Nothing as well?
No.
Okay, the same people. Look at that.
Same people. Can you imagine? So they said that I need you guys to sit down with these guys. So in the end, we did get a call saying Epic want to offer you a deal. They want to meet you in the office.
And that's through Louis?
Not through Louis, through our management, but Louis always said you should sit down with these guys. But our management, Modest, were the ones that landed up and made it happen.
So the deal doesn't come through Simon?
No, Richard Griffiths and Harry McGee, they are the CEOs of Modest, incredible managers that really kind of believed in us early. They were kind of around, especially Richard in particular, was around the X Factor kind of time.
So are they your managers during the show or before?
No, they're our managers after.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. So you picked the management, right?
Yeah.
But just to have it right, Simon tried it. Simon didn't come through.
No.
He jinnled it. Simon.
No. I mean, listen, for whatever reason, he didn't see the vision for us.
How soon after do you kind of get this deal?
I can't remember, but I remember it
because you're hot. You're hot on TV, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
It was pretty soon. I think pretty soon into the new year.
Right.
And we just got to work straight away.
Would they offer you album deal, single deal?
It was an album deal. Yeah.
Right. Can we know the details of it? Ballpark figures, or you keep that?
Nah, can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no
is
way.
it like a lot of moolah, or is it just cool?
Look, it's enough for us to be able to make a great record.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? With great producers and great writers.
Right.
Yeah.
You get to work, start penning this album. How long does it take? Because I presume you've got a time frame. You've got a window.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, we were still penning the album, but the first single came out a few months.
Okay, straight early doors.
Yeah. So we came straight out with the first single, and then boom.
Right. Is that Beat Again?
Yeah, Beat Again.
Okay. You happy with that tune?
Yeah, man.
Did you write it or did anyone write?
No, Wayne Hector wrote it.
Right.
Steve Matt produced it.
Right.
Yeah.
Happy with it. Comes out. Does a madness.
Yeah, it goes #1.
Instantly. Are you expecting that?
Am I expecting it? Nah, I didn't know what to expect, to be fair.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that feeling like? Because it was very quick, right? Does it instantly go #1? Because you know some songs they climb.
Went #1 straight away.
Bang.
It was mad because the first person that played it was Trevor Nelson.
Okay, big
and
up.
Trevor Nelson was actually the first person that gave me an opportunity to perform on TV when I was working at the record shop.
Okay.
Because what happened was Trevor, we heard that The Lick, his MTV show, was coming to film at Dilro Records, and I was part of the staff just working there, right? I was doing a lot of promotion for Mr. Hudson and the Library at the time.
Wow, Mr. Hudson.
Yeah, and Amy Winehouse and all this stuff, and I remember being in the shop, and you know the shop owners knew what I was like.
Right.
They're like, Trevor's coming in to film, Oritsé, don't even try anything, right? Type vibes, and I actually went home. I just worked on a song on my guitar. I came to the office early, snuck my guitar underneath my desk.
Hustling.
When Trevor and his team came to the shop, I was like, yo, Trevor, I'm a singer. My name's Oritsé Williams. Can you give me, I just want to sing on your show. Just give me any show. I didn't know how TV worked. You know, I didn't know there were schedules and all this kind of stuff. He goes, son, like, we have a schedule, we have producers. Like, it doesn't operate like that. Speak to my producer, if anything. So I spoke to the producer there and then, and they were like, nah, we can't do that. So I said, all right. I took my guitar, started singing outside the shop. Then this kind of crowd formed.
Sick. In
Carnaby Street. And literally, Trevor came outside, was watching me sing and perform this, you know, these songs. And the crowd were going crazy. And Trevor was like, what's your name, young man? I said, Oritsé Williams. He said, Oritsé, you're exactly what the UK needs, man. He goes, we're going to give you a spot on our show.
Mad.
And so the owners of the shop were looking at me vexed, but the light comes on me at the end, and he goes, and now to play us out, there's a young artist by the name of Oritsé Williams, and then I sing and I play. So then there was that full circle moment for me, because Trevor was the first person that put me on TV. I was so excited. Everyone at my university was like, Oritsé, we saw you on TV. You know, I mean, you were on MTV. And I was like, rah, this is mad. So then that happened. And then for me to put this band together and Trevor to play the first single, it was just like another full circle moment. I've been getting so many full circle moments in my life, even till recently. It's just wild. Yeah.
Song goes #1. How is that feeling? We are #1.
I was just thinking about my family. I thought to myself, okay, now I've got a shot at really fulfilling the promise to my mum and my family and the vow that me and my brother had between us. Right. So I'm feeling like, you know, that I've now got that chance that I was looking for.
Yeah. And then you got that validation, I guess, like everything is coming to fruition.
Yeah, when no one believed in the band, everyone said, Oritsé, this would never work. Finally, you know, it was almost that validation of, not that I told you so, but don't let anybody dampen your vision or take you off course, because nobody believes until they see it done. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
No one, everyone's gonna be a non-believer. Everyone's gonna say, "Oh, you're foolish," or "You're wasting your time," or "It's never gonna work." But if you have a vision and you have a dream, like, stick to it, man. Don't let anybody take you off course, because at the end of the day, who's to tell you that you can't? People, they're not God. Do you know what I'm saying?
Next song, follow up.
So then, we had loads of tunes after that, and albums.
But you're charting, you're charting consistently. You're #1, like
touring.
But how is that? Like, you're a pop star. How is that fame for?
Yeah, it's odd for me. Very odd for me. I didn't adjust to it easily.
Meaning?
I was still on my BMX, just riding down the road.
You can't do that.
Listen, people like Oritsé, you can't be doing that no more, man. Yeah. Like, this is mad. You're on a madness. Like, people like looking at me, beeping at me, stopping me, and the boys are like saying, Oritsé, man, like, you need to actually start to look at getting your license and getting a whip, because you can't just roll like that no more.
But you're touring city to city, selling out arenas.
Yeah,
fans are
eventually,
Yeah, but I'm saying fans are going crazy.
Yeah.
But the album does come out.
Yeah.
You get me? You get me?
Yeah.
Don't gas me.
Come on now.
Which ones are your favourite on here?
I'm gonna have to say, obviously, Beat Again, because it started everything off. But One Shot for sure.
Yeah.
One Shot for sure. Yeah, and I say One Shot because that was a special record done in Jerry Wonder's studio.
Jerry Wonder, Wyclef, Jerry Wonder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And choreographed by Marty Kudelka, who was Justin Timberlake's choreographer, and shot by Richard Tone, the video, who is Michael Jackson's choreographer.
He had to just put in them names.
Yeah.
Everybody in Love seems to be the song that will never die.
Yeah, that's definitely a career record.
Right. Yeah. Like you can sing that for all eternity.
Absolutely.
Did you write any of these songs on here? Anybody write on this?
Yeah. We definitely wrote some songs, and but it was learning. For me, it was like, obviously, because I came from such a R&B, soul, reggae, Afro influence, background, and that's what I was hearing in my household. Being in kind of the pop space was very brand new for me. So I felt like I was at school a lot of the time, and I was just trying to pick up, how these professionals, incredible writers and producers put together pop records.
Yeah. I've actually been to some of your shows at big arenas, I think O2 or whatever it was, but there was literally 20,000 people screaming for people. Yeah. It's absolutely ludicrous. I know. You are at the level of whatever you want to say it, the most famous person, Beyoncé, whatever it is, you are there. I've seen it. How is that to compute, or does that something you block out?
Yeah, no, I still don't get used to it up until today for some reason. It still blows my mind. And I think, when you are, I think, a founder of something, like obviously me being the founder of the group, nobody knows, not even the boys know, the struggle that I went through, approaching, putting the band together, and whilst I put the band together, all of the naysayers, the non-believers, and at the same time, trying to fight for my family. So, yeah, it's emotional for me every time I think about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And the fans, I just can't believe that they've continued to just kind of stay right there and show love, and forever and a day is for real with the fans. So, yeah, and I don't call them fans anymore. I call them family.
Come on.
Because I just feel like if they've poured so much into us, into me, into everyone, at the end of the day, family means being there for one another in my mind. Right. They've been there for me, and I hope that they feel like I'm also there for them through the music and through being an artist.
Your face is everywhere, there's brands everywhere, there's even JLS condoms at one point. It's absolutely crazy. I presume the money's coming in thick and fast. How are you handling that side of the kind of business?
I'm just giving money to family.
Right.
I'm throwing my money at my family, just like, listen, take care of that, take care of
that. Is a lot of throwing, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of throwing.
I'm just trying to make sure everyone's good.
Yeah. I presume they're good. Are you investing at all, or is it just a whirlwind? You don't know how to process this?
To be honest with you, I'm just trying, at that point in time, I was like trying to pull in the best resources I could for my family, make sure, my siblings went through university, through private schools, just trying to make sure everybody gets the very best possible now that we're in this fortunate situation.
But what's that feeling like now? I can provide for everybody here. You lot ain't got to worry about that thing anymore.
It feels good, but at the same time, it feels like pressure. It feels like pressure because, you realize that you're only one person.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to take care of everyone, man.
You feel like you're getting pulled in different directions?
I'm getting pulled in different directions. A lot of people, asking for favors and stuff like that. And then obviously, I kind of go on a journey of wanting to support other talented artists and do you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I start really kind of looking at having my own kind of hub
Yeah, let's talk about that.
developing
So
talent.
you're a bona fide pop star. You're doing so much. You got your own group. Yet you want to try and launch other acts.
Yeah.
What possessed you to do that? Because it would seem like you've got so much going on, and to take on another massive hurdle.
I always feel. I think there's a number of things. Like, obviously, it was always my passion to be able to share success. Like, I always felt like sharing success was a positive thing, and being able to give others a platform where possible and bring them through. I just feel like it's something that I would have loved to have from other artists. So I wanted to be that artist that gave platform to other aspiring talent, and at the same time, I think I sometimes feel guilty of the success in a way, because when it happened, you almost feel like, wow, there's a lot that's happening. Other people should be able to experience, something like this. So I'm looking around and I'm just trying to develop and support other talented artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What acts do you bring through?
So mainly I had a girl band, obviously,
Yep.
and I felt like I wanted to do what I did with the boys and try and
replicate the formula.
replicate the formula and try and do it with girls. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of my naivety, what I didn't realize was, I guess, it's not only down to your belief and your vision, that actually there's a lot of different components and people that have to support, whatever it is you're doing in order for an act to succeed.
Yeah.
In the industry, especially at that time, before this social media era.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
so I was naive a lot.
But I saw you standing behind this girl group, VIDA, and literally putting them forward. You in a way sacrificing yourself.
I completely did.
And you exhausting every avenue.
Every avenue,
And
every resource, every contact.
I witnessed this. How much of it was kind of frustration that you couldn't get it over the line, perhaps? Because it looked like it was getting there. It was only a matter of time. I saw them on tours and the queues forming of people wanting to autograph, and you did so much to even put them on tours. And literally, bro, like, try your absolute best to get this going.
Yeah,
Money, resource, it was all you.
I fought for that group, like,
to the very end,
bro. Like, it was my last breath.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it was tough, man. Like, it was tough. I felt powerless. I felt hurt for the girls.
Yeah.
I felt they put so much into it that they deserved the success, or they deserved to be recognized.
Yeah.
For their talent and for their hard work. And I felt like a failure.
Do you think there's anything you could have done looking back, or do you think you just literally, it was just...
There's nothing more. What more could I have done? I'd done everything I possibly could. I exhausted every single avenue. I tried my very best in every different way. I mean, there was a record deal on the table, finally at Universal, and politics got involved, and unfortunately, we were up against. We were just up against it, and it was tough, man. And I felt a lot of guilt for it. I felt a lot of guilt for it not working. But some of the girls over the years have seen me and have expressed their...
Big up Cheeks, she's been here.
Yeah, listen, I saw Cheeks last year.
Yeah.
She's doing so well now. She's smashing
Seven sizzling sausages.
7 sizzling sausages. I'm so proud of her, man.
To get like hundreds of millions of views.
And I think as well, it humbled me, because I think what it showed me was, Oritsé, just because it worked with a group, don't mean it's going to work with everything you do. You don't have the Midas touch like that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to also realize, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a lesson that actually not everything you touch may turn to gold, right? And it was a very humbling thing, especially when it's so exposing. Everybody knows that Oritsé is doing this group.
That, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So there's that side of things as well, where it's like, yo, everyone knows. So if it doesn't work, it's very public that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it was tough. It was very, very, very tough. But as I said, over the years, like Cheeks last year, she sent me a beautiful message. She was like, Oritsé, you don't understand how much, you done for me, and how much those moments meant. And there's a number of other, members of the group that over the years have really shown a lot of love and gratitude and are doing incredible things in their own right. Yeah. And then I said to myself, well, maybe the group was just, I guess, an initial experience, a platform for them to go on and do better and greater things where they're going to fulfill their destiny. Do you know what I mean? With what God has in line for them, or the universe has in line for them. Sometimes the way we vision it is not always the way that it's going to happen.
I'm a very fair guy. I've got to be very honest. That's the first time I met you and to see you in action. And I got to vouch for that and say you really put yourself out there and tried your best. Because I was just a kind of spectator. Yeah. And I was watching you really, from video shoots and everything, you would actually be there while still being this massive pop star. No, you would have to hide yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, because you didn't want people to. So that's how much effort and that's when I thought this guy's a fucking real one. Thank you, he's really trying his best. All right, cool. Albums are coming out. You lot are smashing the scene, hit after hit. What are your favourite records from kind of JLS?
From that time, from the group time.
JLS group
Proud, Everybody Love, One Shot. They're definitely from the very last album, Glow 2.0 album. So yeah, we definitely had a great time.
Was it hard being pop stars and then connecting to kind of, I don't know, the streets kind of thing?
So it's weird because I never saw a separation.
Okay.
The separation, or maybe some of the separation more occurred to me much later on. Okay. Which I found a little bit strange. I think, like a couple of years ago, or 2 years ago now, like obviously me and Davido, we go way back, Nigeria, and I posted a photo of us, being at school, just completely, like innocently, right? Yeah, it's my broski from way back, and then there was this, obviously that whole picture went viral, and like there was this influx of people going, how did this happen? I'm like, what do you mean, how did that happen? Like, it was just my friend it's my little brother from way back. Like, I don't understand why everyone's so confused. And then I think it was from that, then I realized that, so people have a certain perception that I wasn't aware of. Right. Because I'm just being me, right? So being Oritsé, there's a lot of things that people don't know about me. People don't know that I lived in the Caribbean. I lived in Nigeria. I've been back and forth between the Africa and the Caribbean and the UK throughout my whole childhood, that I was so kind of, I guess, connected to the culture. Sometimes people don't even know that I put the band together, right? And stuff like that. So, because I've been just quiet and humble in a way whereby I'm like, why do I need to talk about it? I am who I am. So that was very confusing for me and baffling. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is strange for people. My normality is actually strange for people. And then obviously it just made me go, well, what can I do?
I bring that up because Grime was happening here, and Grime was very much a street thing. And I think you guys were perceived as kind of the pop stars. And I think there was a difference because there's a Jammer was here the other day, and there's a Skepta Jammer and JME tune. And Jammer's first lyric is JLS's shoes I don't like. Yeah. Oh, is it? And I was like, why have you done that? Do you get what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, but I'm trying to say, like, there appears to be a big difference because you guys are just bona fide polished pop stars.
But Jammer doesn't know my background.
Absolutely.
And I love Jammer.
Yeah,
I think Jammer's a legend.
I think it's tongue in cheek. It's not a diss like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to establish, like, did you notice the difference between, because you guys are polished pop stars, I suppose you are the end boss of.
But you see, for me, it's like who wouldn't take the opportunity if they were given that opportunity?
I don't think anybody on planet Earth.
And it wasn't the most natural thing for me in terms of the way it was all kind of packaged and stuff, but I surrendered to it. I put my energy into it. I'm like, okay, if this is what we're doing, I'm gonna give my best to it, right? And it could have been anything, like, do you know what I mean? But I had an opportunity to change my family's life, and anybody who was in my position would have done the same. At the end of the day, I just feel like great opportunities like that don't come often, and we worked hard for that.
Absolutely.
So I feel like it's not something that was just handed to us on a plate. There was lots of moments of rejection leading up to that moment. So people don't see that. There's one thing that my auntie says, my Aunt Carol, and it resonates with me very deeply, which is they see my glory, but they don't know my story. And I feel that very much applies to me because people don't know the Oritsé that grew up in Shepherd Bush, that grew up in Nigeria and the West Indies. People don't know the Oritsé that really kind of is connected to the culture. That's my whole family and my whole life.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? All they see sometimes is just a pop polished, you know, like brand, I guess, that I'm part of, and which is also me, right?
Yeah.
But
it's not all of you though, is it?
it's not all of me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like they don't appreciate that there's a level of sincerity and authenticity. And that became frustrating later on.
The band's doing amazing selling albums, and then it would just appear from the outside, this no longer. We are splitting up. What happened? Tell me the truth, oh. Tell me the truth, oh.
Listen, people are gonna want to do different things at different points.
Okay.
Right? So that's all I can say. And
What do you do in that period then when it kind of breaks up? What do you do?
what do I do in that period when it breaks up? So first of all, I'm focused on developing talent. So I kind of set up a management company.
Yeah.
That obviously I started it with trying to nurture the girl group, and then I start nurturing writers and producers.
Right.
I set up my own studio. Yeah. I work with somebody who's very passionate about investing in management, a guy called Andrew Chukas, who's an amazing guy, who just wanted to invest in talent and young people and believed in my vision. And yeah, and I just get to work and start supporting people whilst I'm making my own music in the background.
And the kind of mentally, how is that for you? Your baby JLS, you know what I mean? The thing that you started, the thing that you created is no longer.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
100% tough. You know, I definitely saw myself being in the group a lot longer.
Yeah.
So I thought that the group was going to go on another at least 6 years, maybe, you know what I mean? And do 10 years at least. So it definitely ended earlier than I would have anticipated, but the situation was what it was, and now I'm in a position where I've got to think about what's next, like my mum said.
Yeah. I'm just going to talk about your solo stuff, but I forgot to mention, what was it like winning a Mobo, Brit Award, these type of iconic heritage things, to win them and be those people?
Oh man, winning Mobos and Brits, unbelievable.
Can you put that into words? Was that even on your mindset? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, had certain manifestations, but I think, again, more full circle moments. So the person that gave me my first MOBO award is an actress called Lenora Critchlow. And Lenora, her younger brother is one of my best friends, Nolly Knowlton, from Northwest London, went to my school. And so she gave us our first MOBO award. So I'm like, that's my sister. That's literally my sister. That's giving me a MOBO award. This is wild. So that was mad. And then obviously Jerry Halliwell, a Spice Girl, gave us our Brit Award. So that was just wild as well, because Jerry had a house right next door to my school.
Right.
And being cheeky young boys, me and some of my schoolmates, when she was at the, she was coming out of her car, and we used to, whistle and
Come on.
do whatever else, would be like, you cheeky boys, get back to school.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that was just wild.
It
for
was
me.
Oritsé.
Nah, it wasn't me, man.
Yeah.
So that was funny. And yeah, it was crazy, man. Like it definitely made me like feel very celebrated and very valued. But now, like in this new chapter of my life, I realized that the awards, we can't place so much importance on the awards. It's important to place importance. It's important to place importance. I feel like we need to place importance on the art and creativity and music. So now I'm in that space where music is my focus, and I'm not looking for any of those things. I'm just looking to make great music.
Can I just echo that? Because I once came to your house and it was a mansion, it was massive, and you took me on a tour in this house. It was so big that there was a quarter for and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And you turned around and said to me, Shiz, I don't even need all this. That's what you said to me.
Yeah.
And anyone else would have been like, this is my house, and bragging, and you wasn't like that. You showed me because I asked, and you showed me the whole house, and it took me a good long time to get around. It was so inspiring, like, this is amazing. But I will never forget, you turned around and said to me, Shiz, I don't need any of this. I don't need this big space. I don't need this big space. I'm cool. Do you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to echo that. I want to talk about your solo stuff, because a lot of people don't know you got a song with Pusha T, Waterline, which is mad. Like, it's out there. Like, you're doing bits. How did that come about, firstly?
It was crazy. So I had an incredible manager by the name of Jamie Binns, who now manages Jesse J.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of stuff with like Paloma Faith, Labyrinth. And me and Jamie meet, and he's like, Oritsé, you know what? There's something about you that I feel I can work with as a solo artist. And I said, yeah. I said, really? I said, I came to meet you about helping me develop other acts.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? He goes, yeah, why don't we just try and find some songs and write some songs and just see where it goes. So I said, okay, no problem. So anyway, we came up with Waterline. And
tough record.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No,
Thank
bad
you so
boy
much.
record. It doesn't get the flowers, bro.
Yeah.
It really don't. When I heard that, I was like, yo, bang on the money. Sorry, go on.
No, I appreciate that, man. No, do you know what? I
Nice,
appreciate the love,
bad
man.
boy tune.
No, I appreciate
You
the
get
love.
me? Jonathan tried it with me yesterday and said, Johnson, sorry, said, wow, he's got this song with Pusha T. I said, well, you mad, bro. Do you think I don't know that, bro? What's the matter with you? But yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, for me, you see when it comes to accolades,
Yeah.
you see a man like you, like you're a legend in the game,
No, I
Shizzio.
appreciate it.
Do you understand what I'm
Very kind
saying? And
He's gassing me.
I'm being
Don't
real.
do it.
And for you to turn around and go, Oritsé, I really appreciated that record that you put out.
Honestly, I did.
Do you know? For me, that's the flowers I need. Like that's all the
Right.
flowers that I need.
Yeah.
Anything other than that is a bonus.
Yeah.
But that for me, it means more to me than anything. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's my people
No, I love.
actually showing love.
One thing bothered me. Why did you go OWS? Why didn't you just be Oritsé, man? I was going, why
Let
was
me
this
break this
guy
down.
just not Oritsé,
I-
bro? The world knows you as Oritsé. I was getting angry for you. I was thinking, bro, who told this guy to change his name? The whole UK knows this, brother. Anyway, sorry, I'm venting now. But
You need to bring Darkest Beast back on and we can talk about this.
oh, is this Darkest?
Yeah.
Darkest!
Yes.
Is that what
That's
Darkest
right.
did?
Yeah, you need to bring Darkest
How did you
back.
go? Why didn't you tell me that? Okay, so Darkest to change the
Yeah,
name.
so basically what happened was, okay, so we had this record. My manager calls me on the goodbye tour with the group. You know, the group's broken up. We know this is the last tour. He calls me, he goes, Oritsé, I got news for you. I'm like, what? There's 2 labels that are interested in you as a solo artist with this record. I said, who? He goes, Darkest Beast at Island Records and Kanye West at Good Music.
Wow.
So I'm just like, what? This is baffling. He goes, yeah. He goes, I think we should just explore both options, right?
You damn right. Book the plane. Yeah.
So on Good Music, obviously Pusha T was on the artist roster at Good Music. They were looking for a singer because it was mainly a rap label. But then I was seeing like Kanye was very much kind of going into fashion and stuff like that. And for me, it just seemed like Darkest Beast, you know, he's a first British black president of a major record label.
Yeah.
I just felt like, you know, it would be great to go and have a meeting with him. Anyway, Good Music loved the record so much that we still had the link to, you know, the guys that were there running it with the roster. So we got Pusha T through Good Music. He jumped on the record. And then when we had Pusha T on the record, we went, sat down with Darkest, played the record with Darkest, and he was like, Oritsé, you're not leaving here until you sign with me.
Is that a bit deep though? You went over there to chat to them, man, took their artist, and then went back over there and said, yo, do you get what I'm saying, man?
No. Do you know what? No. You know what? It was
It's
mutual.
all fair and what?
Listen, it was all fair because they still had their art. They still had a record that they loved and their artists on the record. And at the end of the day, you know, it's about where, you know, we felt confidence. And at the time we felt confidence because we could sit down with Darkus. He was in the UK.
Right.
And I always knew about Darkus and the fact
yeah.
he signed Amy Winehouse and, you know, all these great artists. And I'm just like, for me, it was like, it just made sense. And when we sat down, like he was jumping up, getting excited, gassed.
It's a big record, bro.
Thank you very much.
Bruv, it's like you're giving him the dish already made.
Yeah.
Come on, let's have it right.
Yeah.
Who's not gonna be? Do you get me? Here you go. Here's a song. Oh, by the way, here's a Pusha T.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When he comes in,
Yeah.
it's over. But did you not want to explore America? Because I suppose with good music, you got that whole American market which you could potentially tackle.
Yeah.
Big Sean, Pusha T, Kanye, John
Yeah.
Legend. Maybe if I don't know if he's still there. But do you know what I'm saying? Like you got that. Could that not have been like, yo, we could maybe...
Maybe so, but for me, I just felt like I'm a British artist. I was very aware that there hasn't been a lot of support for solo black male British singers over the years. I feel like some of our best singers haven't really been supported. And I just felt like, again, me trying to turn that around, I just felt, okay, cool, maybe I can turn this around. I could be, sorry, I could be signed to a British label with, you know, a British president of the label as a British solo singer, and maybe together we can put the UK, do you know what I mean? You know, fly the UK flag in this space. So that was my passion, really. That was my intention. So the American thing looked good, but I just thought we could build to that at some point.
Yeah, I hear it.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Videos are madness.
Yeah.
Slow motions and all sorts.
Yeah.
Color grading, black and
Crazy.
white. It's
Yeah.
art. It's an art piece.
Yeah, it's an art
Is that
piece.
all Ireland?
So I found my own directors. I had my own vision for the entire Waterline campaign.
It looks expensive.
Yeah, it was an expensive video. I'm not gonna lie to you.
How much a video?
Well, it's expensive for nowadays, I guess. For then, it wasn't that expensive.
How much was it?
I think it was about 30k.
Okay, that's not bad
Yeah, so
actually.
it's
That's actually not bad. I was
bad.
thinking 50 plus, definitely.
It ended up being 50 once you put in the flights to America
And get
pushers
and the
like,
wardrobe.
on there. But yeah.
Okay, song comes out. Perhaps doesn't do what you think it can do. I don't know. It
I
becomes.
wasn't expecting anything, to be fair.
But
So
okay.
I you have to remember, like I wasn't even really thinking about the solo thing. So
Okay.
I'm just like going with it at this
Right.
point. Jamie, you know, my manager at the time says that I can see something about you that I feel would resonate in a solo space. I'm just like going along with it, and I'm just, for me, it's just like testing the waters.
Right.
But I think where the frustration came was, as soon as we signed to Ireland, there was movement. There was moves within the label.
Oh, is that when Darkus leaves? Or is that-
That's when Ted
Right.
leaves.
Right.
So Ted leaves and goes to Version.
Right.
And now there's all this panic within the infrastructure
Yeah.
at the label. And then, as you know, this is such an old story when it comes to art. Many artists
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through
I've
this.
had lots of it, but
Yeah.
it's
And
very
then-
frustrating.
And then you get drowned in the kind of
Man, you
the
drown
tsunami
for
of
Waterline. Don't do
No,
that,
no.
bruv.
Look at the puns. Yeah.
Don't do that, bruv.
So I just kind of, I guess, what's that Craig David song?
What?
Rise and Fall.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But very, very frustrating because it's perfect. The song is, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. But then, with all the changes that were happening, I then said to Darkus, "Can I have my record back? I want to go independent."
Right.
Yeah, I
And
wanna
he
be
did that?
independent. Yeah, so eventually he gave me my record
Okay.
back, and we kind of rolled it out in an independent way.
Why is that video not online? I can't see it.
Broski,
That's an expensive video. Money has been spent. Pusha was on there. I've seen it. It's been on there. Where is it?
bro,
Talk to me.
this is a pain in my heart.
Right. It is, because it's actually art. It's not even about, I suppose, the numbers and the sales. That video, if you look at it, is proper.
2 years ago,
Right.
literally 2 years ago, the I think it was a year and a half ago, the video, just someone privatized it.
What do you mean?
Bro.
What channel's it on?
It's on YouTube, but I can't get access to it. I have I have a form of the video.
But whose channel is it on?
Whoever was managing at the time, it wasn't Jamie, but 'cause it was
Okay.
after this. But whoever had my socials or whatever at the time and had all the passwords and everything.
And you don't know who it was?
I don't know who it was. You know, it feels like someone. It feels like sabotage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It feels like sabotage, but I don't know if it is. I can't say if it is or it isn't. But something's not adding up, and it hurts because that was my first ever solo piece, and since then I've been building foundations. But that has been my initial foundation.
Can you not upload it? Or?
So obviously I can re-upload it, but all of the views will go, all the comments will go.
So?
Let's go on. But I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll give it to you. You can upload it.
Yeah, I'll do that, bro. Why don't you re-upload it, man?
Yeah, we
you can literally say this video was taken
yeah, it's true.
in the description. Here it is for the fans.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of heritage. It's kind of, you know what I mean?
True. Yeah, it's a massive part of the story. But yeah, it's sad because, you know, I felt like when I was just getting started with all the changes that were happening at the label, that was my first experience as a solo artist on a major label, and I became a casualty of all of the changes that were happening.
Right.
And it was hard. You know, that part was tough because I put a lot. Again, you know, I put everything into what I do, and I put a lot into it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, I said to myself that, Oritsé, maybe it's just not your time yet. Maybe you need to just go on a journey, fine-tune your art, fine-tune your craft. And to be fair, I feel very much so that is what the universe wanted for me, to take time to really nurture and work on my art, because I don't believe the artist I am today, I would have been then if I was to continue to put out records. Now I'm in a place whereby I'm so unapologetically myself that I actually don't care who has an opinion on anything that I do. I'm just gonna flex the way that is authentic to me. And if people go, oh, he was a guy in the group and now he's doing this, or if people don't and they go, actually, I didn't know he could do that. Both are welcome, it's fine. I'm just gonna stay on my energy and do what I do. And I don't know if I would have been as fearless as I am now back then. I think I may have been still extremely polite in the way that I was going about my career. But now I'm just like, nah, man, you know what? This tune's a big tune. I believe in this tune. Let's run it. Boom. You know what I mean? I want to flex like this. I'm going to flex like that. You know, I'm going to flex my culture, whether it's a little bit of pidgin or a little bit of patois or just West London slang or just, you know, everything that Oritsé Williams is that maybe people didn't know, I'm a flex.
I see you doing that. I see AO recently working a lot with AO. Come on, I see him with Wes Nelson at the Craig David show, and I see you kind of coming with all of this new wave, and I love to see it.
Yeah,
I see that Very Indulged tune. Yeah. I actually spoke to a UK Apache. He's actually been here.
Yeah, come on.
I speak to him quite often. That iconic bad boy.
Yeah.
But are we going to see more of that? Is that where you're kind of going?
So I feel like the last few years I've just been, again, continuing just experimenting, having fun with music.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got so many influences. I've got so much influences from R&B, from soul, reggae, Afro, and pop, right? And I'm now in a space where I'm really excited because I found a place where I feel that both sides of my audience are going to start to connect. So this new audience that I've started to discover my music, that are into Afro, Caribbean, R&B style music, and my pop audience, I'm gonna harmonize and bring together as one, right? And so now it's exciting because I like to keep people on their toes, and I feel that when people see Oritsé dropping a record over the last few years, they're like, oh, what's gonna happen? We don't know what to expect, right? And I've been learning, just seeing the reaction from the fans, right? As we're going on. So I can't wait for them to hear the new. I've been working very hard in the studio. Great producers like Michelangelo, AO Beats, Jonathan Charles, great co-writers like Malogo, and yeah, man, and so many others, Santiago, so many others. And it's amazing because what I'm seeing as well is people coming towards me and going, yo, Oritsé, can you do a tune with me? Can you do a rhythm with me? Can you jump on a verse here, jump on a verse that? Can you pen this chorus? And so getting people in the industry actually coming towards me now feels like it's respect. Obviously, the world has changed a lot from when I started to, drop music with Waterline. We're now in this social media era, and what I've been seeing is excitement around my music, especially on TikTok, which has been like very new for me.
Yeah, how is that seeing this whole new world evolve of?
Yeah, it's very new, but very exciting. It's weird because obviously, like, when I first started out, the artist was very much visual and seen. Sometimes I'll do a performance, solo performance. I'll be performing a song, and people will be looking up at me like, "Oh, rah, you're the brother that sings that song that I heard on TikTok. It's you." So they don't even know it's me.
Mad.
And that's very new for me, right? Humbling, and means that it's got to be about the music. It can't be about the celebrity. It can't be about, or your perceived celebrity or your perceived notoriety. All of that goes out the window in this day and age. It has to be about the music.
And what about AI, brother? AI's come in. It's a whole new thing. It seems like people are making artists out of thin air, brother.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Are you going to be out of a job soon, bro?
Broski, listen, you can't replace the natural essence of artists.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that experience when an artist and their fan base, or in my case, family base, come together at a live show, and you in that immersive, intimate experience together, AI can't replace that. I love AI for being able to enhance what we do, but AI can never take over the human experience.
So JLS reforms, what happened with that? How did that conversation happen?
The JLS reformation, just the boys wanted to get back on the road.
What, it just felt right? What happened? Who called who? Because it's 4 years out, 5 years out, 6 years? What was it?
I feel like between all of us, we were all trying to, touch base, at some point or another. And I think the fans wanted it. But
the fans have always wanted it.
Fans have always wanted it. And I just feel like we were just kind of all in the right kind of space to just do it and let's have fun with it. So I think as well, like, we're at the place whereby we can do it, enjoy it, but still do our individual kind of passions and respect each other for that. So the pressure's not there anymore. We're not out there trying to make new records or anything like that. We're just celebrating the music that we have done.
You're selling out shows wherever you go.
Off of the music that they've known us for over the years.
Right. So would like a new album not be the logical thing?
Well, you never say never, but I just feel like with music, the passion has to be there, right? For everyone has to have the same passion, and as people grow, they find different interests and they find different passions. So I think that it's all that we can do is just say that everything that we have made over the years is something that we can all embrace and enjoy. But
the fans are going to want to know, bro. They're going to be onto me, bro. Announce something, bro. Announce something, bro.
Yeah. But, we're touring as well this summer, and we toured last year, so
but is there talk of potential,
You never know, man.
You never know.
You never know.
It could happen. But are you going to tour again? Is that something? Because
this summer.
This summer. Because obviously, like Five and these artists are getting almost like they're selling out. There's a real hunger for this.
Yeah, 100%.
So that must be lovely to see that. Like, there's always a hunger and a desire for you guys to come out and do your thing.
It's incredible, man. Like, the fan base is on a whole different level than any other fan base.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's amazing because even the last tour, I was doing solo shows at the same time as doing the group shows.
Right.
And it was dope because I really saw them step out as well and come out after they've been at a group show, a big arena. Then I'm doing like intimate shows and they're still coming out and supporting and showing love. And it just kind of showed me that, this is such a huge blessing to have people that are so invested and want to show you so much love and support for what you do that I don't take any bit for granted. And so it makes me want to give more. And I think even at the O2 Arena last year, I stood up and I really kind of spoke on behalf of young carers.
I love that.
And it was a real moment at the O2 in the show whereby I just wanted to highlight the young carers in the audience because there was a lot of fans that were young carers that were investing their time and money and energy into being at the shows. And I'd see them at meet and greets all the time with their loved ones that they would drive 5 hours across the country to make sure that they had an experience at the concert. So for me, it's like, my passion when it comes to the fans that have given so much to me over the years is about doing everything I can to give back to them, and they're going through their own real life experiences, and maybe if they relate to something that I say, or give them a little bit of motivation and encouragement in their daily lives, they're like, okay, Oritsé's more than just, you know, a singer that I've been following, you know, from a group, etc. Actually, he's a human being just like me, and actually he cares.
And how nice is it to see the kind of other members out there doing the thing? Has JB still got his farm?
I believe so, yeah.
Because he's doing the CBB thing, and Marvin wasn't on the Masked Singer recently.
Yeah, he was. Cute moment with the kids and stuff.
Isn't it nice that everyone is still flying the flag for JLS? Do you know what I mean?
100%.
In their own individual
way,
way,
yeah.
keeping it alive.
Absolutely.
In essence,
Absolutely.
I can't see this thing dying, bruv.
Never. Ever.
Never, not ever. Talk
Never,
like that.
man. Never. There's my passion coming out.
Okay.
But yeah.
So what does 2026 hold for O?
2026, the fans last year were asking a lot about
The fans be
a solo
asking,
project.
bro. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Huh?
The family, sorry.
Sorry, right, go on.
Yeah. So the fans that I call my family,
Yeah.
my fam, the OW fam, anybody that wants to rock with me on this journey, had been pressuring me every time I go on live, on IG Live, TikTok Live, about Oritsé, when's there a solo project, a solo album,
Right.
EP. So I never said that I wanted to, you know, I never wanted to do things too early. If they want it, then I'll provide it. Up until that point, I'll just be dropping singles. But now it feels like it's time to drop a more meaningful project.
EP, album?
EP, let's
It'll
start.
be an album, bro. Just do
listen,
the mad thing, bro.
I'll be honest with you.
What's the difference these days anyway? 4 songs?
We got enough songs for 5 albums.
So then what then?
But you know
so what are you teasing, man, for? Just
man.
drop the big thing.
I know, man. Maybe you know what? I was thinking to myself, even leading up to coming and chatting with you, that I feel like I'm a massive overthinker.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like sometimes you just gotta go ragga.
Bro, announce it. Do
You know
it
what I'm
now,
saying?
bro.
All right, cool.
Big
Listen,
up.
let me tell you something. Tunes that I got coming, you lot aren't ready for. But you best be ready. You know, it's blessed by some incredible producers, writers, other artists that have jumped on board, that have been following what I've been doing and wanting to be a part of. It's exciting, man. It's very, very exciting. I'm gassed. I'm excited. I'm humbled. And yeah, this journey for me, if you want to follow the Oritsé Williams story and continue to follow my story and my journey, then follow my music, and trust me, you're gonna get me in the most kind of open, fullest, do you know what I mean, unapologetic form.
Well, what's the title of this album, bro? Oh, come on, man. Everybody know, bro. Go, man. Come on, man. Give us something, innit? This guy, okay.
Let me
Give us something. Who's on it? Man just going, no. In the back, I'm just saying, no.
It's not called this, yeah.
Okay.
But it
Give us an ABC.
It's very much about going back to my roots. Okay.
Okay.
So, as I said, that side that people don't know about my upbringing, Africa, the Caribbean, West London, you're gonna feel all of that through my music, through my tunes, and you know, and I'm gonna celebrate that. Like, it's gonna be a celebration of my culture and my upbringing and my influences.
When's it coming out?
Listen, right now, we are.
Again, what's going on?
Yeah.
You put the calendar. Nah, mate, nah.
Put it this way. I'm still in the studio.
Right.
Still writing more songs. But this year we definitely have the vision and the passion. God willing, if the stars align, I'm saying, for everything to start.
You said all that. I just wanted a date, fam. I just wanted to hear August and something. You get me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll do this thing with AI, and then we're done. This is AI generated questions.
Say no more.
I don't read them because they're so good. Answer them if you want to swerve them. Okay. Do you feel JLS became bigger than the people inside it, and if so, who paid the biggest personal price?
JLS definitely became bigger. I think who paid the biggest personal price were probably our families, in a way of, you know, it definitely put the spotlight on them as well as us.
Yeah. You created JLS, but do you feel history has quietly rewritten that fact?
I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
People know that.
Yeah.
Was the X Factor a blessing for JLS or a contract you never fully escaped?
Are you mad? It's a blessing
No, you
beyond.
got to ask the questions. AI,
Come on
innit? You
now,
can have a
that's
go at AI,
wild.
innit, bro? Yeah, AI is crazy, bro. At JLS's peak, did you feel like an honest artist or a product? Be honest.
I was just running, going through the motions. I was just having at the time of my life. I was having fun.
Who in the industry benefited most from JLS financially? Probably the label, innit?
Everybody that's part of it.
Yeah. This is about the split. We won't do that. Did success ever cost you your mental health, and did anyone in power notice or care?
I feel like, you know, anybody whose life changes so dramatically, there's definitely an impact on one's mental health to some degree, whether we admit it or not. But I feel like that's very complex. It's a very complex thing. And this is, you're doing a quick fire thing, but I'm not going into it. But yeah, I think that being an artist and being in the industry is amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's there's incredible benefits that come from it. And at the same time, there's certain hurdles that maybe you don't expect, right? So, and when you get to those hurdles is when you have to be strong and have thick skin.
Do you think more needs to be done for the people that don't make it? Because I do sit here with people and I can feel some kind of a way, some type of mental health pressure, and you know, when the dream is so close and they perhaps don't get there.
100%. I believe that there's so many artists out here that have literally fell by the wayside, and it's so sad because there's so much talent that's out there that I know of myself that I'm like, how you're not putting the spotlight on this guy or this girl? And that's what drove me into management at the time, because I was frustrated at great talent not getting the shine it deserved. So yes, and the impact that has on people, because the amount you have to invest to be an artist is not a joke, especially nowadays. Like, people don't realize it's expensive. It's an expensive dream.
People say it costs to just basically be famous. You just got to buy your way in some way or another. Would you agree with that statement? To get your song successful on the radio.
There's definitely a number of, there's definitely, I think this day and age more than ever, that people, there's talent, obviously, there's marketing, do you know what I'm saying? But all of this requires a budget.
What is that number?
That's a very direct question. I mean, it's not hundreds, it's definitely thousands.
Okay.
And it's definitely tens of thousands at the
I would
very
have thought
minimum.
hundreds of thousands to get a mainstream.
I mean, if you're an American artist,
millions.
then you're in the millions.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? But there's and even then nothing's promised.
Absolutely.
So you could spend hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds, or millions of dollars, and still nothing's promised. But you have to believe so like blindly in yourself, right, that you keep it going. So sometimes people look at me and go, Oritsé, why, you know, you could choose to do anything else. Why are you still doing like music? Because music means the most to me. Like, if I explain to you what music means to me, it's so deep. Like, I still cry when I listen to certain songs, and certain songs give me hope.
Which songs?
I mean, D'Angelo.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. You know, if you listen to Africa, or you listen to Unshaken of one of his recent albums, those songs will just, man, they will give you something, man, that will just make you want to continue to go on even when you feel like giving up. Lauryn Hill songs, Zion, because my son, his middle name is Zion.
Okay.
So when I listened to the Lauryn Hill song Zion, I was at a concert last year. I met her for the first time.
Oh, you met Lauryn?
Yeah,
you
bro.
kept that quiet, bro.
I met Lauryn, bro.
Yeah, how
Honestly.
was that?
Bro, that was insane, bro. Like, she was so kind, so lovely. And I'm looking at her going, wow, like, what an incredible trajectory. You went from being in the group, the Fugees, to having your own kind of solo record that changed the world and was unapologetically you. And I just looked at her like, you are my hero. You are my inspiration. Everything you've done is just been so incredible and honorable and creatively magical. And I don't feel worthy to be in your presence, but I can't even believe I'm in your presence. And not often you get to meet your heroes. And I definitely took that moment as something very special.
I love that. Do you believe the industry treats outspoken, spiritual, self-aware artists as a threat?
I mean, look, let's be honest, people do like to have people that play it safe. I guess I am one of those people that, you know, stand up for things that I believe in, and it has its pros and it has its cons. Sometimes people just want people that are, you know, completely, I guess, have a soft, gentle,
moldable.
Yeah, non-controversial persona. And then you have others that stand up for injustice, stand up when they believe there is something that needs to be said, or stand up for people that don't feel that they have a voice. And I'm definitely on that side. My heroes, the people that I loved growing up, whether it's Bob Marley or Lauryn Hill or Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, they all stood up and spoke on issues that they were passionate about and wanted to bring positivity and pure energy into the world. And so if those are my heroes, I'm following my heroes and trying to be like them, right? So I feel like I can't just sit down, stay quiet, and just accept having opportunities, do you know what I mean, just because I've been quiet. And it's like, to me, that takes away my humanity. And I'm not willing to compromise my humanity for anything.
I love that. After everything you've been through, do you still trust the music industry?
You know, it's not about, I think, trusting the music industry or not trusting the music industry. I think we are all people. And I think if you come across the right team, and for me, I'm in a place now where I've got the best team that I ever had. My manager is like my best friend. And I've got producers and writers and people that are supporting me from the live agent side and branding side that really truly believe in me. So I just feel like you just have to get to the place of finding your right team. God has blessed me at this stage in my life with people that I can trust and put my life on the line for and pour into in the same way they're pouring into me. And that is a beautiful place to be in. But sometimes that takes time. Some people get into that situation very quickly, and some people it just takes time. For me, it's taken time. And I think the other thing to just recognize is that everyone's time is different. So I've been thinking about this recently, right? We all want success very quickly. We see our favorite artists win the Grammys and perform on the biggest stages in the world, and we're like, oh, why can't that be us? But patience is everything. And I'm now very much in that space of giving gratitude and appreciating the journey, right?
Did the JLS reunion feel like redemption, survival, or unfinished business?
That's real. That's a really yeah.
Well, I'm just reading it.
No, it felt good. It just felt like it was amazing to see the fans again. If
JLS never reunited, would you still feel at peace with how things ended?
Yeah, because do you know what? What means the most to me right now in my life is my family.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, like, commercial success and everything is great, but where I feel successful is having a stunning wife who's intelligent, bright, talented, creative, an incredible mother, and having, you know, children. Like, for me, that means the world. And obviously we went, unfortunately, through miscarriages and baby loss, and now we have our miracle child, Shiva. And when I look at him, I just feel like I feel emotional every time I look at him. It's like I can't believe it because of everything we've been through. So to me, like, with seeing my wife go through what she's gone through, seeing my mum go through what she's gone through, like, I've seen the people that I love the most go through the most amount of adversity, pain, and have to try and do their best to overcome that and still be happy and still be themselves and be there for me. And so what does anything else matter? Do you know what I'm saying?
Side note, big up Kaz, big
Yeah,
vocalist.
big up Kaz,
I don't know, Kaz was doing her thing.
She actually sent me a picture, yeah.
Big, oh, she didn't.
Honestly,
no.
I was
Who,
like,
us two.
Yeah, just
Alright,
like
so
literally.
Kaz was doing her thing in the city. Yeah, Kaz, we got songs as well. You get me? But big up Kaz, you know. Sis could. Oh
that's you
my
and her.
God, we performed once at an award show, 2011. I brought her on stage and she come and murdered the tune. Kaz. Love your sis. It's lovely to see, you know what I mean? And Kaz could sing, you know.
She can still
Still
sing.
can. Obviously, I'm not that in it, but I'm just saying those times, woo!
She's gone crazy.
Powerful.
Yeah,
Big up,
honestly.
sis. If you could talk to your 2008 self before the X Factor live shows, what warning would you give you that nobody else did?
Oritsé, brace yourself. This is going to be one hell of a ride.
Was there ever a moment you realised the industry loved the brand more than the people inside it?
Didn't even think about it.
No, allow this. I'm not going through that. 30 quick fire questions and we're done. One word answers.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been very insightful. You know we love you long time, brother. Fame or freedom?
Freedom.
X Factor, opportunity or trap?
Opportunity.
Beat again or everybody in love?
Everybody in love.
I agree. Studio or stage?
Woo. That's a hard one for me. Both.
Control or compromise?
Hey?
That's what it says there, bro. I don't know.
No.
I'll leave that.
Leave that one.
Legacy or relevance?
Legacy, man.
Silence or speaking out?
Sometimes silence is better.
Industry?
No, silence or speaking out.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just vocalizing. I don't know. Well, it's AI, but I don't know.
Well, listen, sometimes it's good to be silent, but when you see injustice, I believe we should speak out.
Industry or independence?
It's interesting. So, with the difference between industry and independence, right? So, industry, you have infrastructure,
A machine, yeah.
a machine that gets to, push you out. I definitely can feel the difference between independent and being signed, right? But the independence, what's beautiful is that just from a creative purity standpoint, just allowing yourself to just create with nobody telling you what to do feels like liberation.
Yeah. JLS peak year?
Oh, wow. 2009.
Biggest misconception about you?
Biggest misconception about me. Biggest misconception about me. That's interesting. What do people think? I don't know. That I. The biggest misconception about me. I don't know. I'm to be honest. I don't know. Misconception about me?
He just nods yes or no.
My name.
Your origin.
Oh, my origins. Yeah.
One word for 2008.
Audacity.
One word for now.
Audacity.
Song that means the most to you.
Right now, the song that means the most to me, you guys haven't heard yet.
What's it called, bro?
Okay.
He's laughing. Don't laugh, bro.
Okay.
Let me get something in it.
So let me tell
Pure
you this.
stushness
Right?
going on here.
The song that I have as part of the EP, I proposed to my wife with.
Okay.
So
And that song's called?
I got down on one knee, right? And all I said,
Brother, why are you laughing?
all I said, I'm gonna just say
know
this,
that.
yeah. All I'm gonna say is, I just said to her that you are the most perfect person to me, and that is it.
That's the title, folks. Okay. Song you wish you wrote?
Song I wish I wrote. Wow. The song I wish I wrote would probably be, there's many, but let's just go with, Odile and Leon Thomas, Miami.
Okay. Michael Jackson, artist or blueprint?
Both.
Facts. Pressure creates diamonds or damage?
Pressure creates diamonds, man.
Reunion, healing or history?
Both.
Trust labels again, yes or no?
Yeah.
Best
I got the right team, so yeah.
man got the right contract, you get me?
Yeah, I got the right team.
Best lesson fame taught you?
Best lesson fame taught me is just stay humble, man. I think sometimes people get lost in the sauce, and just humility is everything, man.
Music industry fair, yes or no?
Nah, I love this game. Even though sometimes it does craziness, I still love it.
Would you change anything?
Nah, God knows best.
Still hungry? Question mark.
Hella hungry, man. I'm ready for this thing. I'm gonna yum this thing up.
Because I say, yummy. Underrated or misunderstood?
Misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biggest fear right now?
Biggest fear is just missing amazing moments and that with my son. You know, just because obviously this rock and roll life is crazy, and so you know I want to be there when he has these, you know, real kind of significant moments.
Peace or purpose?
Peace.
Truth or comfort?
Truth.
What chapter are you in?
I'm in my most honest, realist, unapologetic, IDAGF era. Very last thing that's just come to me. I see you out here doing this Muay Thai thing, brother. What's going on? You getting busy, bro. I see you doing with the kick. What's going on with that? Yeah, it's wild.
I see you getting real busy. Some kickboxer Van Damme thing. What's going on?
So that's kind of, I guess, part of my era of now just being authentically myself. Like back in the day, I've done obviously martial arts my whole life.
Right.
I was very, how can I say, paranoid about how people might perceive that martial arts side of me, because I'm a singer. I sing love songs, and you know what I mean, I get in my emotional bag, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And that might be such a weird contrast, right? But then I've realized that martial arts has been such a part of my life in supporting my mental health. It's been like therapy for me, it's been as powerful for me as it has been in music. You know, last year I was very blessed to have the opportunity to be chosen to represent the UK and fly to Thailand and celebrate Thai boxing culture. I lived on a Thai boxing camp in a village of one of the greatest legends, Cowell's village. And I trained with the fighters. My routine every day was very simple, very basic. My room, no TVs, no technology.
You're
really
taking it way back.
Yeah, it was like just as raw as it gets.
Yeah.
And you know, I got to big up my Thai boxing, my Muay Thai gym, Kettle's gym, because Alan Kettles himself, who is the crew, which is the sensei of the gym, he has been a great as well father figure, mentor, big brother, friend to me through good times, bad times, challenging times. And he actually was the one guy who said to me, Oritsé as well, you know what, creativity, this music thing's for you. Because I had a few, not gonna lie to you, a few people approached me about Misfits and, you know.
That was my next question. The CEO of Misfits has been here, you get me?
Oh, is it?
Are you trying to get busy? Because I'll make the call, you know.
It's
I
crazy.
only want 20%, bro.
It's crazy.
What?
You know what?
Allow me in it.
When we were on tour.
You get me?
When we were on tour last year.
I can make this pop, go on.
When we were on tour last year, we actually got invited to Conor McGregor's gym.
Right.
And we met his head coach, John Kavanagh.
Yeah.
I trained there. That's why I still got the scars.
Man still got the scars.
From training there.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? My wife ain't happy about that, to be
right.
fair. And, you know, there they were asking me again, you know what, you need to fight. When I was in Thailand, they said, you want to fight. But, you know, the one person that can beat up all of these people is my wife.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife
was she
said,
saying no? Hey, Kads.
My wife said no.
Allow it. You get what I'm saying? Let him get busy.
Nah, if my wife says I ain't fighting, then I ain't fighting, because I'm more scared about her than I am than any of these guys.
But if the wife one day goes, go on then.
Yeah, and then what happens if they touch her man?
Huh? Yeah, oh yeah, I hear that. But
yeah, she might jump in the ring herself.
I'll make sure she...
Cass can fight, you know.
The brother, listen.
Let me tell you something.
No, I hear it.
I brought her to the boxing gym once. The boxing coach was like, this girl fights like she's from the road.
Okay.
Like, bro, she throws her hands very unconventionally. So.
Okay, so you wouldn't fight then. Is that the only obstacle though? Would you like to fight in an ideal world, or are you happy to just train?
So, I mean, over the years, I've said to myself that, like, competing in Thai boxing, you know, doing an amateur kind of interclub, potentially I would be interested in. Boxing only, maybe not, because it's a very different art form than Muay Thai. But what I did see actually, which I would be interested in, and I don't know if the Misfit guy might be interested in this, is I saw Idris Elba do a documentary on the Discovery Channel called The Fighter, where he flew back to Thailand. Because his trainer is the younger brother of my trainer.
Okay.
And Dizzy trains at my gym as well, right?
Yeah.
So he flew back to Thailand and he went on this journey of developing his martial arts skills and then doing a competitive professional fight. And I think something whereby I was able to express, I guess, the positive impact that martial arts has on your mental health, the camaraderie that you have within the gym.
Like a documentary.
The documentary, the training. And maybe do Fighter Part 2, like, you know, he just did Part 1. I'm happy to, you know what I mean, humbly, do you know what I mean, nominate myself to do Part 2.
Who are you fighting, bro? Let's call out someone. Let's spice things up, bro.
Well, listen, when I saw KSI at Wembley Stadium, when I performed there last year, I said, bro, you fought everybody, but you ain't fought me.
Okay, you want to fight KSI?
I don't want to fight KSI.
But would you be up for it?
But I wouldn't say no. Like if it was Thai boxing, like if KSI would
but
be
it's
up
Thai. It's got to be Thai.
Yeah, if KSI was up for going from boxing to Thai boxing, or Misfits was interested in doing some sort of Muay Thai boxing.
But you wouldn't do normal boxing.
I mean, my passion is for Thai boxing.
Yeah, but if the check is cut, bruv, you get what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Did you see recently Robbie Williams was stirring all of these fighters like boy band fights and all of that? On his Instagram.
I don't know what he's doing.
He was trying to pitch like boy bands fighting against each other. Is that something I can throw your hat in the ring, bro? Let me manage you, bro. What, man? What, man? Let me live, bro.
Bro,
the brother can fight. You get me?
You're attributing fighting to money. You see, you're looking at the opportunity. I'm telling you about. I'm telling you about
I
fighting.
want to do what's genuinely happy for you.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about martial arts. I'm attributing martial arts to therapy.
No, I hear that, but there is therapy in that. Okay, look,
you get paid.
Therapy. Everyone wins.
Hold a second.
You get your therapy.
No. Shizzio,
and man can
you've always been a businessman.
And man can earn some bread.
This guy has always been a businessman. You see what I'm saying? He's seeing the angle. I'm like, he goes.
Everyone's a winner.
You know what?
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something. You're totally eliminating the points I'm making.
No, I love the points.
You're just seeing the money. So what happens if I get knocked out then?
You won't. What kind of mindset is that, bro?
I'm not a good mindset, but I'm saying, but you're still gonna be happy that you got paid.
I only back winners.
Okay, cool.
I believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I believe in you.
Yeah, you believe in me. You believe in the money.
No, come on, bro. All right, cool. Listen, bro, it's been amazing. Thank you so much, bro. You know I love you, bro.
Love you too, brother. God bless you, man.
It's been amazing to see your journey. Like, it's been amazing to see snippets of it in person as well.
Thank you.
So, and it's lovely to see how humble you've been and just a nice guy. You've always been super nice, bro.
Thank you,
and if nice things happen to nice people, then you are an example of that. So I want to wish you the best. Love to your family.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you coming here because you are a pop star, bro. Get me? No, for real. So I really appreciate you giving your time, and we've done a good 3 hours. We've done time.
Thank you,
but
brother.
I really want to appreciate. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, man.
And love and respect.
God
love
bless
and
you,
light
man.
to you, bro. Come on, man. That's man like big pop star. We out. Peace.